Stream should be starting soon. Let me just make a couple adjustments on the YouTube channel. Make sure the thumbnail's up to go. Oh wait, I just realized something as well. There you go, much better there. Update the YouTube thumbnail. There we go. That's good. And need to update something on Rumble as well. There we go. Okay, Rumble's up to date. YouTube stream's going. Yep, I can see the Rumble stream's going. Looks like Twitch is going. Get this maximized. And now let me just go ahead and check my other computer. One moment, please. Looks like my other computer. Yep, looks like my other computer's good to go. Sorry. Edge, just double check a couple things. It looks like I'm actually up to 21 followers on Rumble. It's growing quite nicely. YouTube's growing quite nicely, even faster as well. It's been a while since my YouTube channel actually saw actual growth. It's probably because I think I got a lot of recent subscribers involving Cup Heroes 1, as well I think a good chunk from Dawn of War 2. But either way, enough tooting my own horn, let's go ahead and get started. I do have a couple replays submitted into me. Yep, this is one of them, and there's the other one. So I'll keep an eye out for those ones a little bit later. Got a lot of replays. Let's go for this one for time being. I'll go for one of these replays and then go for the two that were submitted into me. One is a 1v1, the other one's 2v2. People enjoy the 2v2s a bit more, but that is my current plan for the day. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Cup Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the US player of Mediocre Jeep. On the north side as the as the Wehrmacht player, we have Skeletons. Okay, it seems a little bit quiet right now. That may need change. Okay, yeah, that voice lines are a bit more louder. That's good. We do got a 3 engineer opening for the US player. We do have, looks like a 2 pioneer opener for the Wehrmacht player. So there's going to be a lot of good capping pressure for the US player, and the Wehrmacht player may be eyeing, this could be MG42. Let's see, everybody take their bets. MG42, Volksgrenadier, or Motorcycle, or Schimwagen. You got 4 options. I'm guessing MG42, not Volksgrenadiers.
It's built.
I was wrong. And that's why I don't gamble. I don't know why this map, well, to me, since I'm more of a Cup Heroes 2 player, this map screams MG42. Then again, that's in a different structure entirely, and Wehrmacht is Austerier is forced to basically go for the MG42 because it's not the delayed stall from Grenadiers is just too slow. So I think about as a possibility of going for 2 Pioneer opener. Problem is, Pioneers are overpriced in Cup Heroes 2 for what they actually do. In Cup Heroes 2, I would say they should get a price reduction to 180 or 160. But we do have, I believe people does consider this a bit of a bug abuse right there. So he's able to quickly capture up these points, and you got these munition points being captured up now by the Pioneers. And, well, tit for tat, we got the Engineers spreading on out. And the Riflemen's captured at this point as well. So if you saw that and started melee warding the Wehrmacht player, don't get your hopes up just yet. So both players are using this both similar ability. The second Volksgrenadier deployed on out. Let's switch over to the US player. Let's see. Nothing beyond the Wehrmacht corps just yet. Now let's switch back to the US player. We do got a Rifleman being deployed out. Going for a second Rifleman, which makes sense. No Jeep just yet. His name is Mediocre Jeep. I'm expecting a mediocre Jeep. Yep. Volksgrenadiers and Riflemen engaging at close range. Riflemen should be able to win out in this engagement. They got the first shot off, both of them might cover, and the Volksgrenadiers falling away, but one of the models just run towards them, getting annihilated right there. So now there's 3 models left of the Volksgrenadiers. That's not a good engagement for them. Got the reinforcing Volksgrenadiers, should turn the tide. This one will draw continuous fire, and the Pioneer is advancing. Maybe just eyeing for the cutoff point for the time being. The other Rifleman is now moving his way forward. Squad does back away to the heavy cover there, which is good. This Rifleman squad could advance to this light cover right there. Both throw some rounds to the Pioneers. Pioneers do fire some bursts there. All he desires to capture that point to deny the munitions income, which he does succeed at. And the Rifleman squad will capture while in combat. That is going to get him a lot of bullets in return. He'll get that munitions back online. He's gone for 3 Engineers. He really wants those munitions deployed for the Flamers, doesn't he?
Construction is done.
Or a landmine there. That could be quite deadly. Oh. Why is it that whenever I see a sniper, there's a 50% chance it's going to hit a landmine?
Are collapsing.
This is quite precarious, and something that the Wehrmacht player does not know about. He will avoid the landmine there.
We hold the point.
And these engineers will go ahead and capture the point, and will fall back. With 1 model remaining, no point in sticking around. You could use the sniper to capture some points, but probably better to use these Pioneers. Try to go for another shot there. Almost got a shot off. He was aiming. He probably was reloaded. And a sniper is going to take time to capture the VP himself. You actually don't really see the sniper capturing points whatsoever.
We have territory cut off from supply.
And he does get the Minesweeper out to sweep for the mines. An early Minesweeper is good. And now the Spy Engineer squad does get forced back. He does fully capture that munitions point there, but does course net him no income since it's way cut off. Well cut off. But of course denies opponent the munitions point for a bit of time, because they have to take time to decapture it and fully capture it. We got 3 Rifleman squads all blobbing on forward. He knows about the sniper, so maybe keep them together so he can just overrun that sniper whenever he sees it.
We have territory cut
That's usually how you have to
supply.
sometimes deal with snipers, is simply get a whole bunch of infantry squads and just simply charge at it.
Crowds have cut forward.
Which is one reason why I try to, in my mod, I removed the sniper and turned the base of the light infantry squads, it's the Jaeger light infantry and the Pathfinder, because the sniper just promotes your opponent to blob, because that's the best way to deal with sniper, just charge with a whole bunch of squads. And these Rifleman squads are going pretty deep. Does get a kill there. The sniper needs to back away towards, perhaps get inside the bunker for protection, but does actually soft retreat away. The one wounded Rifleman squad, the sniped Rifleman squad, does do a full retreat. This Volksgrenadier should be able to be overrun by these Rifleman squads. Does spot the Wehrmacht landmine, but doesn't receive any model kills there. Just receives a lot of damage, so a triage center can kill them up, but maybe too early for a triage center. And that general move order allowed him to take a lot of shots there. This Rifleman squad needs to fall back. Overall, it seems like relatively poor control by the US player. And now, yep, this is a rush forward for all his Rifleman squads, and he just got chased down.
Under heavy fire.
He thinks his opponent's hacking. The Minesweeper was a little bit
They're going after
suspicious,
one of
but
our
that's about
munitions
it.
points.
Not sure anything else seems like hacking to me. Though I could be mistaken. I'm saying beforehand, he got a really good screen. Not sure what he means by that.
Germans are seizing territory from us.
A U.S. sniper has now been pulled out on the field. No true arrow center just yet.
Our supply lines are being
The
threatened.
sniper is captured up that VP once again. Does get the couple model drops, so much damage there on the engineers. Pioneers are making their way forward. Screen. Talking about screenshot.
A fuel point is being seized.
Rifleman squad now receiving some MG42 bursts. It does go and suppress the rifleman there. Pioneers are going to receive a bit of fire. They may drop a model, but they're not prone to being wiped at the moment. The rifleman squad will be forced back rows shortly. Volksgrenadiers are pushing their way forward, engage the riflemen behind the light cover.
Losing ground out there.
Now Flame Rangers making an advance, but they're oh so low in health. Not models, just health. And they just burned one of his own models right there? Maybe. Or the Volksgrenadier caught a quick shot, because these guys, they're very wounded. There's another kill right there. Volksgrenadier.
Enemy unit
Ooh,
down.
counter snipe. Like I say, your first shot from your sniper, if you're trying to, should be a counter snipe, barring the fact that it's his first sniper on the field. It's a very, very good shot right there. His opponent was going around, not camouflage. In fact, he got the wipe there because of that. Oh, looks like the Flame Engineer went down because of the very, very low health, as we mentioned earlier. And this Pioneer squad is still alive. Captured from that point. Rifleman squad, only 3 models there, but that should be enough to wipe out that Pioneer. Does see some suppression right there. Pioneer's 1 bullet away from death. 1 hit bullet, anyways. It does fall back with that squad now. Ugh, retreat, man. You have no reaction time possible when a squad advances like that. M242 setting on up. We got this Volksgrenadiers here.
Engineers, eyes and ears.
And right now, the US player does have a bit of fuel stored up. We do have the supply yard and motor pool now deployed. Looks like it's going to go for an early Greyhound, likely. Over here, we do got small amount of fuel, small amount of manpower. Wait, is that battle phase? That's not the assault phase. That's the battle phase for the Panzer Command, isn't it? Unless I'm going crazy. It's not uncommon. I'm pretty sure that's battle phase. Riflemen and Volksgrenadier engaging each other. US sniper has 4 kills at the moment. Fresh Wehrmacht sniper. Kill number 2. That first shot, and the second shot should have been to the US sniper. And now the battle phase is complete, so now the Panzer Command's now available. He has a bit of manpower. I'm wondering if he's going to save up for a Knight's Crossholders first. A Panzer IV or Ostwind or Knight's Crossholders should be the first item, just not a Panther. We've got a Greyhound out in the field. Let's see if it's being upgraded just yet. Yep, of course, got the 2 standard upgrades, the armor skirts and the 50 cal. And now we've got a engineer sniped. 3 command points here. 2 command points here and 3 quarters. Likely no Dr. Smith selected. Panzerfaust was thrown. He has a bit of munition stored up. And now the 50 cal is firing. Receiving quite a bit of fire right there. He will need to fall back real soon. He maybe will get off another Panzerfaust, but he's going to get wiped with the current rate. Panzerfaust firing. He does get wiped, does get a damaged engine crit, which will slow him down quite a bit. Hence, well, that's the definition of damaged engine. Finds a landmine there, very nice. No triage center here. And The Panzer Command has been built, or being built. Let's switch over back. Oh, we already have them selected. We have a bit of fuel stored up. This early fast Panzer Command may throw his opponent off because this is a very fast Panzer Command, that's for sure.
MG here.
We do got a landmine here as well, which could find the Greyhound immediately after it gets repaired up, which is good for the Wehrmacht player. He needs to stall out the Greyhound for an armored asset. At this point in time, the Ostwind would probably be the best option, though Panzer IV wouldn't be a bad choice either.
Panzer Command completed.
It has been completed. Let's keep it selected so we know
We are losing
Ostwind. Good. The Ostwind, he's only fighting against infantry and it's more than enough to take on the Greyhound. I believe that is the best option. Next up, he probably should perhaps get a Kampfkraft Center for some veterancy.
We built it according to plans.
Or going for a second Ostwind wouldn't be half bad either.
Volksgrenadiers here.
Riflemen start making their way forward. Landmines, he may have spotted that they're laying down landmine there. Observation post has been built as well on the munitions point. Maybe he's going for Blitzkrieg at the current rate. Volksgrenadiers and Pioneers engaging the Rifleman squad. Pioneer squad does fall back. US Sniper and extra Rifleman squad is advancing. Rifleman squad is falling back. This one is at nearly full health.
What do you need?
And this Volksgrenadier could pass inside this building. There's 6 windows right there. That's not a half bad building to fight from. Greyhound's now advancing. Fires a shot there on the Volksgrenadiers. Let's go charge forward for Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust is lining on up. Fires 1, 2 Panzerfausts there. No damage engine like the previous 2 Panzerfausts. Let's use the healing crates there as well. Sniper doesn't care if they're being healed or not. Not sure where the sniper actually went. There it is. And now the Ostwind has made itself known. He may have killed one of some Volksgrenadiers right there. They're not really combat effective anymore either, so perhaps maybe should capture some points and retreat them back. Rifleman here, US landmine here.
We're losing territory.
We do have a Kampfkraft Center has been deployed. For the US player, still no doctor selected. And 180 gun being deployed now, which makes a lot of sense. He's fighting against the Ostwind.
5 by 5. Engineer squad
The extra point is being captured on up.
A fuel point is being seized.
Landmine there. Pioneers are making their advance, trying to eye to engage the engineers. And the engineers actually stopped capturing midway through. They do have a minesweeper as well, so the Pioneers should be able to win out. Because when the engineers drops a model, it reduces the output, damage output by 50%. He may get the wipe there on this engineer squad. Does a good job of body blocking it.
Casualties.
It does get a wipe there. 1 engineer is remaining. The other one was the Flamer engineer that got wiped out. MG42 setting on up. Maybe it'll get suppression on this Rifleman squad. It will get suppression on that Rifleman squad. The US landmine has not been spotted just yet.
Let's put some
US sniper veteran C1. Also wants to make his advance. Let's see now. Nothing being deployed at Motorpole. Let's switch back to the Wehrmacht player. Panzer IV being deployed out. Very nice. Probably some tank veterancy right now wouldn't be half bad. Though infantry veterancy wouldn't be bad either. And Rifleman squad, of course, falls back. Does he not have sticky bomb research, I guess? Yep, no sticky bomb being researched at the moment. Triage Center is a little bit too far forward for my liking, because you now have to run to, after reinforcing, you have to mainly move you guys towards the Triage Center. And the engineer squad does fall back. Greyhound.
Good to go.
falling back as well. The Osman does find the landmine there. Good hits on each other. Greyhound's gonna push his way forward as well. Does roll a bounce there. Apparently the Greyhound's much better against the Osman than I would imagine. I'm used to Company Heroes 2, not Company Heroes 1. But the Panzer IV, of course, hard to counter the Greyhound big time.
We're all reinforced. That's the ball game. Construction finished.
Don't see any more landmines over here. Ooh, MP40 Volks. I do like seeing them. Craftsman Squad is falling back. Panzer IV is advancing. Does have one level of accuracy. Very nice. No upgrades at the moment. Do got the AT gun firing a shot. It did not hit the Panzer IV. Ooh, and that sniper. That's MP40 is now engaging at close range. Yeah, that was a horrible shot there.
They're taking one of our points.
Getting some hits there on the AT gun. Has 4 trying to line on a shot onto the AT gun as well. Nope, they're trying to hit the rifleman squad. Rifleman squad still has all 6 of the smalls. MP40 Volks are down to 3 and suppressed. There's also landmine the bridge, which could be quite deadly in case the Panzer IV decides to charge forward. Volks Grenadiers need to fall back. Can't be losing a squad like that. He doesn't have a whole lot of infantry squads.
Collapsing. Enemy unit.
Ugh, that was an important wipe there. What is that? Is that Firestorm? So he's gone for terror. Landmine gets detonated, that's for sure. It was probably not a good idea to spend 160 munitions to take out 30.
Attention.
Finds another US landmine there as well.
You're no safer on the ground.
What do you mean? The ground is nice and hard and firm.
They're coming! They're coming from the west!
Veterancy gained.
Riflemen making the way forward. That one is left veterancy 1. The Volks Grenadier have veterancy 1 as well. MG42 getting some good suppression there. Observation post is complete as well. It is another munitions post as well, so he's going for a lot of munitions. He has gone for terror as well, so that's going to be a lot of potential firestorms. Of course, he does reveal what doctrine he has. Eventually, he can get the V1 rocket strike. Advancing does receive a splash penetration right there, not a direct hit. As Faust does fire, connects with the Greyhound, and now the Volks Grenadier squad will need to fall back really shortly. Fast capture and retreat. Q move that up. Oh, here MP42 finds a hit there, finds a kill on the AT gun, which is actually quite important. With 3 members there, that's not a whole lot of health to work with. Now, I do have a Hellcat on the field. The Oswin is way down here, sieging down the fuel point. Now the Hellcat's going to be withdrawing to spawn to that Oswin there, and there goes a Pioneer again. As well, nice crossholders. He's out of... Oh no, he has 1 Pioneer. Yeah, at this current rate, he may need to pull out some repair bunkers. He does have a decent manpower reserve. So could go for another tank. And a Goliath has been completed. I mean, I probably would save munitions for the firestorms. Greyhound will be overrunning the MG42. Knights Crossholders advancing with the support of the Panzer IV, but Panzer IV does receive a sticky bomb there, getting damaged engine crit. Knights Crossholders need to advance forward to deal with that AT gun, but the AT gun is withdrawn, so the Panzer IV is actually safe. Does fall back there now. Got repairs onto the Greyhound. Let's see if any doctrine's been selected just yet. Yes, we do got armor company. Has immediately got the field repairs.
Ready for orders.
And here comes the Goliath. Finds a landmine there for the 1-2 punch. Very, very nice. I was not expecting a 1-2 punch right there. Rifleman going to catch with a VP. We've got the engineers heading towards the munitions point now.
We're down to 200 points.
The Allies, of course, down a bit of tickets. He does not have capture point. Light vehicles can capture points, appears to be.
Eyes on me. Rifle squad has the objective.
The Panzer IV is, of course, getting some much-needed repairs. Ostwind seems like it hasn't really accomplished all too much this game. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Ostwind's actually down. I missed that. Looks like the Hellcat took it out. Fresh Hellcat on the field. Maybe a good idea to go for... he's going for a full Panther. I'm going to say for just more Panzer IVs. Nice crossholders. 2 nice crossholders have been deployed on out. One of them do go down. The captured engine Ford 2 now firing against these nice crossholders. Though they are behind some heavy cover there as well, but the Greyhound's getting some great hits there. One squad is on the one model. The Panzer IV are starting to advance, and the Hellcat and the Panzer IV are engaging at longest range. Nice crossholders have fallen back. Both of them are still alive. Goods there onto the Hellcat as well. Maybe we can push for the Panzer IV to get the full wipe. Yep, Panther is now deployed on the field. No additional upgrades at Kampfkraft Center just yet. And the Greyhound starts drifting around everywhere. Hellcat receiving some much needed repairs, currently camouflaged. I heard a landmine somewhere. It was this squad right here.
They might as well give us blindfolds. Volksgrenadiers under fire.
Volksgrenadier trying to flank the M342. They will get suppressed at point blank range and they immediately fall back.
Get back in the action.
Greyhound may get 1 or 2 more kills on the retreat path. Let's get 1 more kill there as well. The rest of the 3 should escape on out of there. Yes, they do. Panther started to make its way forward as well. Panzer IV skirmishing around. Hellcat just got fully repaired.
We finished laying mines.
And that is a landmine deployed out by the Greyhound.
Seize their victory point.
Which the Panther may find shortly, though he may actually detonate it with the main gun. No, the main gun does roll a miss there.
Veterancy gained.
Does find the damage, the landmine now. Good hit there on the Greyhound. The Greyhound should be able to escape on out of there. Especially 2 on the tanks now, which give them pinto mounts. Nice crossroads engaging. No extra level efficiency at the moment. But over here, we got the observation post now in siege. He needs to keep those observation posts alive. It provides much needed munitions. He can call in some more firestorms right now. Panzer IV getting overran by the pair of Hellcats. Panzer IV was 1 pen away from death. There is a US or Wehrmacht landmine there. Main gun destroyed there. Pair of Panzer there. Knight's crossholders got crushed. And he does find a landmine there, killing off the Knight's crossholders as well. Global repairs have been activated, which will probably save the Hellcat from destruction. Firestorm now raining on in, but looks like Hellcat will manage to escape on out of there with the global repairs preventing the engine crit. Panther has been repaired, and this Hellcat starts charging forward. No, that's a Greyhound right there. Panzerfaust will connect. Nope, the Panzerfaust will get cancelled. Panzerfaust does connect with the Greyhound. Over here, we do have the Pioneers are receiving fire from the Hellcats, and they do get wiped out.
Defended the fatherland until death.
AT gun right there, push way forward. We got 2 AT guns,
now
well, 1
unleash
AT
our
gun, 2
propaganda
Greyhounds, or, 1 AT gun, 1 Greyhound, 2 Hellcats. We got propaganda war, so he's not gone with V1. He's going down the other line now.
Pioneers, ready for fight.
And he may find a landmine there. No, he does not. It does roll a bounce there. Looks like both Hellcats currently camouflaged, trying to ambush something. Got now a full Pershing out in the field. Wehrmacht player had a good opportunity, didn't really capitalize on too much. Now he's sort of lagging behind. The US players has a lot of assets out in the field. Losing both the Panzer IV and the Ostwind is quite important, though he did take out 1 Hellcat that takes the Goliath. Which, of course, that is quite expensive itself.
Heavy armor.
Pioneers do fall back. Got now finds the landmine there with the Pershing. Still has plenty of health there, so he should be able to repair it up quite quickly with some engineers nearby. These are the closest engineers that are nearby. Now the Panther starts making his advance, trying to gauge the Pershing. When the Pershing's unvetted and the Panther's at vet 2, I think the Panther should win out. Though the Pershing gets the first pen, Panther rolls a bounce there. Nice crossroads complete. Another bounce for the Pershing, another pen for the Panther, but the Hellcat finds a pen. Global repairs have been activated, should top off the health of the Pershing. He gets engine repaired relatively soon. Got Pack 38 being pulled out, which actually makes some sense. Additional assets from the Panzer Command at the moment. Panzer does connect on to the M8, but thanks to global repairs, should be able to get his health quite filled up. Actually, just worn off there. Panther falling back, just too many vehicles for the Panther to deal with. Down to a fraction of health remaining. Pershing receives a bounce there. A couple bounces there onto the Panther. And then the Panther does go down, giving the Hellcat Vector C3. Pack 38 being quoted out. That may kill off the Hellcat. Nope, needs a little bit more shots there. One more shot may come forward. Does find the wall in front of it. Rolls a miss. Does find a landmine there with the Hellcat as well. Both Hellcats are severely wounded. Do got this Greyhound there hitting the observation post.
The Yankees are attacking.
Didn't drop any landmines? Wait, what? He dropped a landmine over there?
Cowards attack our fort. They are attacking
That
secure territory
is
of the
the
fatherland.
reinforcement point for the off-map units. And he's pretty far from King Tiger, so that's probably not going to be useful. The game's going to be over before the King Tiger can be brought out. But who knows, it may salt the Tiger long enough just to annoy his opponent.
Pioneers here.
A couple of Wehrmacht landmines being put out there, trying to negate those Hellcats and Pershing again. Wait, 2 landmines? Okay, what's going on? There are 2 landmines
They're
there.
hitting our base.
Nice crossbow is eyeing for a pass falls. Gets a hit there, but gets mainly destroyed, and don't think he can penetrate the armor of the Hellcat, of the Greyhound when it has the armored skirts, so he should be able to skip out out of there unless there's these landmines in the retreat path, or the Pack 38, that also kills it. So there are 2 landmines here. So if the King Tiger comes out, it should hit one, the other one may get collateral, but don't think the King Tiger will hit that? Switch over to the US player. Let's see how much munitions he has stored up. Not a lot.
Hellcat, yep.
Yep, this Hellcat has been repaired. This one is still severely wounded and it's Veteran C3. And the Pershing has 0 kills at the moment. It is ever so slightly wounded. I can't really zoom in on that health bar. If I zoom in, I think it's smaller. Yeah, that looks like it's getting smaller. Could be optical illusion, like which line's longer. Nice crossbowers are advancing, trying to hit the riflemen who have some fresh set of bars. 2 Knights Cross Holders are now on the field. Does use the healing crate there on the Knights Cross Holders. And since he has all 3 models, he should be able to get his health
Enemy
topped
unit
up.
down.
Munitions point is still up as well. The observation post at least. There's a final landmine there. And it's a certain enemy unit down, but I don't know what it was. It looks like a Pioneer. That's a Veramok landmine. That was a Veramok landmine.
Ready for another beating.
Riflemen are quite wounded. This player has quite a large number of units deployed on now. He has 3 engineers now, and those all not original because there's no minesweepers underneath them. He just crushed one of them right there. Crushed one of the Volksgrenadiers models. And then engineer's going to be captured at that munitions point. We've got the suppression coming out from the MG42. Riflemen may get suppressed by this MG42, but looks like Riflemen do throw a frag grenade there, and it looks like he may have been out of arc. The MG42 may get wiped out. No, it looks like the engineers will, their MG42 will not get it wiped out. Knights Cross Holders are making an advance, should be able to get some great work done at that range. Does not find one of those landmines. Not having those landmines tripped is probably important to prevent him from overrunning his point with tanks. Got now the carcass not being salvaged there as well. Has 71 munitions income, which is pretty good. Goliath trying to head to fill up the northern point. We've got the Riflemen trying to pursue these Knights Cross Holders.
Under attack.
And no extra veterancy being put out. And do got another Panther in the Panzer Command.
We are losing
Engineers
ground.
being pursued by the Goliath. Though there's potential that he could take it out. Nope. Gonna be driven to the far corners of the earth. And not a good idea to detonate. Just an engineer squad. Sort of a bit of waste of detonating on an engineer squad, even assuming you get the full wipe. Probably not worth it.
Our supply lines are broken. We have
Knights Cross Holders trying to capture the church.
Veteran seek gain.
Panthers almost ready. Veteran support units, so now has Vet 1, Engine Pioneers, and MG42.
Lost a unit.
Oh, and there was the Goliath right there, detonating, getting some good damage there onto the
One of our
Pershing.
sectors has been cut off.
Riflemen, Knights Cross Holders are engaging out, but I think the Riflemen should win out. Not a great building for them. Great grenade there by the Rifleman squad. And he will lose his last remaining Volksgrenadiers. Knights Cross Holders down 2 models as well. They do fall back. There is potential for a wipe there with this squad. He's going for it. And looks like he's not really going for it. First makes his way forward. He gets a direct hit there on that Knights Cross Holders, getting it wiped out. 2 AT guns, getting some great hits there. Panthers charge on, well, not charge on forward at the moment. Pac-38 rolls a miss as well. Plus he got a body blocked by the Pac-38. And the observation post will go down to the Riflemen. And now we've got the Hellcat and Panther pushing away, engaging. Pac-30 finds a good hit there as well. Panther should be able to win out this, and does win out. 4 command points. He must be getting pretty close to King Tiger, right? That's 5 command points, right? I just need one more doctrinal ability. Does it get a full wipe there on the MG42? The observation post's power to go down does go down.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Rifleman squad will keep on out there. Should be able to keep out all 3 of those models. AT gun finds a direct hit there on the Pioneers. Pioneers receiving some more shots from the AT gun.
Your sector is under attack.
the Panther does find a hit there as well. That's eventually 2 riflemen up north. We do got the riflemen trying to engage that fuel point. The Wehrmacht player has been spending his fuel, has a small fuel reserve.
They are attacking secure territory in the fatherland.
And now the fuel point will be going down shortly. Got some more landmines being built by the last remaining Pioneer. Also getting a minesweeper there.
It is built.
The Yankees are attacking one of our OPs.
Vet 2 infantry, which should be useful for those Knights Crossholders, but the Wehrmacht roster is quite small at the moment.
Americans are capturing a sector.
But it's there as well. Pack-30 even finds a kill.
An elite heavy panzer has arrived in our reserve.
And the King Tiger is now available. You know about these 2 landmines there? They have not been swept, not like you would sweep them there. And he has 1 Pioneer, literally, out in the field. Does fall back there, so when he does pull out the King Tiger, he will find the will have at least that squad relatively nearby. Knights Crossholders are advancing as well. We've got a grenade thrown in Knights Crossholders. They do largely avoid it. He does have enough manpower now for the King Tiger. He may bring it out. Both Knights Crossholders will be forced back to these rifling squads. The US Sniper does find a kill there on the Knights Crossholder on the wounded model. AT Gun finds a bounce onto the Panther. No landmines right there. Knights Crossholders engaging the Rifleman squad, but I believe the Rifleman squad should be able to win out. Panther's also quite wounded right now. And does find the landmine there and gets a full immobilization crit with that single landmine. I see red tracks there. It doesn't look like it's immobilized. But it is now stuck right there. He will need to send his Pioneers over there, wherever they may be at. Good hits there. Destroyed engine crit. The main gun destroyed. Pack-38 does get decrewed there as well. Takes up the Panther. Pack-38 getting overran.
Mine detectors are ready.
He needs to get these Pioneers back.
The Yankees are
He may not
gathering
realize
territory.
his King Tiger's hit a landmine. Hellcat's still alive at C3. The Wehrmacht player has very, very little remaining. Propaganda War does get cast there. Trying to preserve his munitions income right here. See, he does have 1 Hellcat dead. Pershing at Veteran C2, and that's a very, very potent Pershing now. Finds a landmine there, detonates it. Yep, now he's going to make his way forward in order to repair up this King Tiger. No repair bunkers, and repair bunkers have a pretty good repair radius. But without that, he won't be able to get automatic repairs for it.
The objective.
We're losing ground out there.
Pioneers are slowly repairing up the King Tiger. In Company Heroes 2, landmine engine crits do not get repaired unless you get up to 400% health. That may be the same for King Tiger and the landmines in Heroes 1.
Light lines are broken.
That's crossovers do fall back right there. We got the machine gun placement advancing. Wehrmacht landmine could be spotted or tripped by the Pershing. Multiple machine gun plates in place going on. Now he's calling his opponent map hacker. So, like at the end of the game, they will exchange screen shares.
Capture complete. This point is army now.
Now it's Crossroads push his way forward.
Jerry's in for a 30.
Some reinforcements on this squad here. Now King Tiger is fully repaired. King Tiger starts to make his advance. The US player has 84 ticks remain. The Wehrmacht player just got below 200.
The enemy is seizing
But there
our
is a triple
territory.
capture against him. Now got a demolition charge in that church. Another Knight's Cross Order being deployed on out.
Enemy fire!
Alright, we'll go in and start engaging from the low ground. Oh yeah, forgot Inspired Assault now being activated there. But a great frag grenade there and does get ripped apart. Another nice crossovers advancing forward. That 3 rifleman is going to be hit quite significantly, but loses both of those nice crossholders there.
We are losing territory.
I think the King Tiger may have found another landmine there because just got repaired on up. Down to 1 nice crossover Pioneer. The nice crossover needs to push away down to Southern VP, but there's that 1 rifleman there. Does get a good hit there. Pershing's in the mix, especially see 2 Pershing there. I think that may have been a demolition charge right there. 80 gun sports here, and now got a Vet 3 Hellcat charging on forward. This King Tiger's good as dead. Does detonate that demolition charge there with a missed shot. The Hellcat should be okay off the King Tiger, no problem. Pershing's a bit wounded. Main gun destroyed, getting repaired up by a single Pioneer, which does actually repair the gun and does take it out there as now as well, leaving him a Vet 3 Pershing. That's likely the end of the game. Dead Pioneer. Yep, that's the end of the game.
Lights crossing. Answer the lines.
And yep, there we go. This is Anna Gray saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As the game starts loading, I'm just going to grab a nearby energy drink. I need a bit pepped up. There we go. On to the next replay. Well, not a good idea to drink an energy drink this close to when I need to fall asleep. But I need it at the moment. Yep, let's first do this 1v1, and then afterwards we'll do a 2v2. All tanks have weaker rear and side armor. The thing is, I'm not sure about Computers 1, but in Computers 2, like the same as Computers 1, there's actually no side armor in the game, just a chance of hitting the rear armor. This map seems unusually bright. And there we go, got a bit of caffeine into me now. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Computers 1 replay spawned on the top right side as the Panzer Elite player with Strokolomotiv. I really should have learned how to pronounce his name, especially when he is the one who submitted in this replay. Spawned as the opponent as the US player PK28. Let's see if I can try his name again. Moltiv. I have no idea. We do got a squad of Panzer Grenadiers deployed on the field, immediately being upgraded with G43s. Not a big surprise, with just Panzer Grenadier opener. No extra Kettengrad at the moment. Engineers advancing forward as well. Got, of course, the barracks. Deploying out some riflemen. It could be a Jeep. It's not uncommon to see a Jeep opener versus Panzer Elite. And it's just is the riflemen. Let's get the US player selected for the time being, since it's a bit more of a wider variety of openers for the US player. All depends whether or not this person goes for a Jeep or no Jeep. Panzer Grenadiers are making their way forward to the center. He may be eyeing some aggression, maybe trying to secure the church for forward VP. He is going for the missions point there as well. G43 squad could get inside the church and provide some divine intervention. And rain down some not so holy fire from the windows up high. Engineers receiving a bit of fire as well. There is one usable window on that side of the map, and we do have the Rifleman squad advancing forward and pursue the Panzer Grenadiers.
What's up?
Kaliningrad roaming around, going for the cutoff point now. Now here we got these Rifleman squads advancing. Panzer Grenadiers will be fighting them. They got the other unupgraded Panzer Grenadier here as well, so the Rifleman squad could be pinned back from multiple angles. We got two usable windows right there. Panzer Grenadiers are going to push the heavy cover as well, and the G43 squad is also advancing as well. So this Rifleman squad is surrounded from all sides, so should be able to be forced back relatively shortly now. Kaliningrad capturing at the munitions point as the engineers going to this fuel point now. Just Rifleman, no Jeep right now for the US player.
They're going after one of our munitions points.
Oh, frag research. Good thing we decided the US player selected for the time being. And now do we have a logistics company? So we may see some 250, I mean not 250, 221 half armored cars being deployed out. And we got the engineers receiving quite a bit of fire right there. They will need to fall back. They do fall back. And two of the models will stay alive. Rifleman squad is advancing. Panzer Grenadiers unupgraded or in this region. Will we see 4-man squad upgrades? I wonder, maybe not for 221s, but maybe the 4-man squad upgrades. That one net has all of his squads, barring the ones with G43, is 25 or 33% increased health and fire damage output.
Grenades have arrived.
We got now grenades. He may throw a grenade in the church. Not a holy hand grenade. It's only a holy hand grenade if it comes out of the church. Just make sure you count to 5. Panzer Support Command. Okay, he's going straight for Panzer Support Command. So we may see an early Panzer IV-C, I'm guessing. Since we have an idea what the US player is going for a third Rifleman squad now. So let's switch over back to the Panzer Elite player because I got some more or less an unusual build order, to say the least. Most people just go for Cap-Proof Company into Panzer Jaeger Command. Frag grenade is thrown, and he ate that one. One G43 squad does fall back, the other one's still alive. There's Panzer Grenadiers inside this garrison. Does garrison the other one as well, so there's 4 windows here, but looks like they're not actually all firing. They may need to mainly target the attack there, but that should be all of those guys firing, right? Unless I'm mistaken. I may have been mistaken about the church.
High command has impeccable timing.
Kaliningrad will be tagging off the Panzer Grenadiers to capture that point. And we do see the 4-man squad upgrade. No activated Panzer IV Command either.
Operations have been upgraded.
And nice healing back at home as well. He's going to have some very durable, healthy squads. They've ate a nice, well-balanced breakfast.
Go ahead.
Increased squad sizes are now possible.
Torp ready.
Yep, got the 4-man squad upgrade. Riflemen are now capturing out the central VP. Being a little bit too passive there. Repairing the Kaliningrad now, very nice.
Send your mission orders.
Riflemen will start making their advance. If he was paying attention, he may not realize it's not a wounded squad, but actuality the 4-man squad upgrade. That could give him early indication, but maybe not. It's one of those things that you assume there's wounded squads, like right before you see the 4-man squad upgrade.
Was gibt es? Ready for orders.
Panzer Grenadiers start making their advance now. Overall, it seems like there's a bit of better field control by the Panzer Elite player. Oh, Rifleman. That is a Rifleman landmine there, so he has gone for infantry doctrine. That is good to know.
The enemy has moved against one of Germany's victory points.
And we also got bar upgrade as well, so we have infantry company into bars. Not exactly in that order, but still. More G43s being deployed on out. Only one squad doesn't have G43. And now we see the 4-man squads, and now he sees the bars. So both have been revealed. A 2 4-man squad should be a win out this fight. He's knocked around his own Panzer Grenadier, which is not exactly what to do. You try to do that to your opponent, not to yourself. He does have to be careful about any close range frags. He do have the VP now being captured on up. The Kinkrad still has plenty of health, and trying to throw a grenade onto it, try to quickly kill it off, is not really a feasible possibility. Oh, got some more veteran infantry now, veteran sergeant. That was just suppressive fire ability there as well on the rifleman squad. Going for a frag grenade. These guys are quite stacked up. Does eat a bit of that frag, but nothing too significant. Got more G43s now as well. So he's going for 4-man squad G43s. 4, 4, 4, 3 Gs. Yeah, that was a horrible joke.
Schützentrupp ready. Ready to use our upgrade.
Yep, they definitely are ready to use it. Engineer squad is making a soft retreat away. Rifleman squad's coming to advance. Maybe I had to get inside this garrison. He does get suppressed down there as well. The Panzer player's definitely been a bit blobby. Throws out frag grenade there. And does dodge it. For the most part. Good hits there on the Rifleman squad.
Our supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
He does fully withdraw there now. This engineer squad could get quickly wiped out. There's 3 squads here. And now do have a light ATF track as well. More of a defensive option, that's for sure. Just in case his opponent goes out for an early Greyhound. He's a little bit vulnerable to an early Greyhound at the moment. So let's take a look at quick look at the US players' resources. We do have the supply yard out in the field. He should have enough for a motor pool. And by that gets complete, he should have enough for a Greyhound. Light TF track has made itself known. Not really a massive threat to the US player at this point in time. Though we do have all 4 G43 Panzer Grenadiers in the middle of the map right now. These Rifleman squads won't be able to hold out for too much longer. And this squad is receiving quite a bit of fire as well. The Panzer Grenadiers are not exactly focused firing, which should be fine for the time being. And this garrison was what? 2 windows on that side? Yeah, not a great window or building. Though it does have both bars firing it the entire time. But now the Panzer Grenadiers are trying to overrun, trying to get the cutoff point now. Rifleman squad could get wiped out. They haven't even retreated back just yet, and they do get wiped out. He can pick up, he does pick up the bar as well, so it's going to be a lot of extra firepower there. Rifleman squads can't be streaming one at a time. This is suppressive fire ability right there. Goes out frag. Decent frag there, got 4 kills. His squads are a bit wounded, that's for sure. This one especially as well. It has less health than 3 men. And this guy has 4 models. So he could go get ripped apart quite easily. That's a full tank depot. He needs a Sherman tank. He's far from a Sherman tank. He needs, what, another... Sherman takes, what, 110 fuel? No, that's Scorpios 2. Crocodile's 120, right? I forget the exact numbers. All the games start mixing up with me. But still, he's multiple minutes away in fuel, so you may need to get out an M10 or Hellcat try to go for crushes. Hellcat can be upgraded with a 50 cal as well. That may be necessary at this point in time. Leningrad does get spotted by the engineers. Does get gunned up a bit. And wait, a munitions half track. I almost didn't recognize that thing at first. You hardly even see the darker color scheme for the 250 half track as well. So we do have a missions half track out in the field. We can deploy out landmines and Goliaths with it. Pulling out something there. It is a landmine. Very nice. Panzer Elite Mines. It's actually, I didn't realize they had a special name for them. I just assumed they were just called mines, but apparently they're actually called Panzer Elite Mines. Does that mean they have different damage?
Allies are down.
Now
to
it's raising a bit
300
more
points.
questions. Rifleman squad starts advancing, so does this one.
Breaks over, back to the war. Point is ours. We'll take
And now the house has been garrisoned. We have some bolts hitting that Kettengrad, and he will get out of the garrison and will be charging forward. Well, he may have sticky bomb research, but right now he's going to get overrun by the Panzer Grenadiers. There's a really big difference between 4-man squad and 3-man squads when it comes to Panzer Grenadiers. That's just all. That is basically equivalent to 4 squads, 3-man squads. This Rifleman squad could potentially get wiped out right there. It does fall back now, still potentially get wiped out. It's pretty low in health. Though the Rifleman squad is now trying to pursue the Kettengrad. The Kettengrad may go down. And that one Rifleman squad did actually escape. I can see on the mini-map running away. We do got a fresh M10. You need to go for some serious crushes there. He has quite a bit of manpower as well. Maybe save up for Airborne or Rangers. Grenade is thrown. Does get some splash damage there. Airborne and Rangers would be actually quite effective. Both of them have fired up, and there's a lot of G43, so can't get immediately pinned
Our forces are
and
taking
wiped out.
casualties.
Drops another bar as well. The Panzer player, he's blobbing quite severely. But the Rifleman squad is just going in one at a time. That's also another big issue. Doesn't get a crit shot there. Maybe I am crit shot now. Wait, there's the Panzer Elite mine. I first thought it somehow got disappeared. Damage to the crit does get destroyed into the crit as well, and that makes it completely immobilized. He may not have AT grenades. Does he have AT grenades? He's charging forward like he has AT grenades. Rifleman's engineer squad are advancing as well.
Squad lost.
Does lose the engineer squad since he just tried to repair up the M10. And he's gone for infantry, so can't pick armor or go for field craft. And AT grenades does come forward. So, AT grenades got a kill. US players right now just crumbling away. He has gone to infantry doctrine. Now remember, we saw him laid on landmines. He does need his Rangers. Getting Thompsons would help as well. He doesn't need bazookas, he needs Thompsons fired up. I think Rangers are definitely the best option. He has better manpower as well, so calling another squad of Rangers would be quite helpful. And here comes the Thompson Rangers advancing forward, getting some great damage on the G43 squad. Rifleman squad stayed around for far too long. He does use fired up onto the Rangers to get them from racing dirt. Rangers going for a frag grenade there. That's a good location for a frag. Oh, nope. Not as good as I thought it would be. And now the Panzer Grenadiers in full retreat. Rangers have 5 models remaining, severely wounded, and no triage center either, which is a bit important. Another M10 deployed now. I disagree with that. He should have gone for more Rangers. Rangers have bazookas. They provide adaptive response. And can hit the light vehicles that may pop out. Speaking of which, we do have all structures deployed on out. Do we see... Okay, it's going for a 221. All going to be upgrading for 223 for more resources. I don't know about the other upgrades. We definitely don't see Panther research, nor even a doctrine just yet. Right now, going for with Rangers out, he could go out for more Rangers. And this particular time, I do agree with a Sherman
Protect our
tank.
munitions from enemy advances.
And hear me out, a Crocodile wouldn't be entirely bad either. This Panzer Elite mine's still here. I don't think he's actually seen the munitions half-track just yet either. So, there could be some sudden landmines.
Ready for mission order.
Armored vehicle taking the field.
Scout car 221 has been put out on the field.
must protect our munitions from enemy advances.
Now the munitions point is being decaptured. Fuel strategic point not being decaptured.
It's upgrade, Commander. Logistics guard is
Yep, now gonna lock down the sector, trying to get some more fuel. He is actually a bit low on fuel. Hit it there by the M10. He's going forward for some crushes. Landmine was not spotted there. Going for an AT grenades, does get some good crushes there. He still has all 4 of his squads. AT grenades do connect. The Panzer Elite mines could be spotted right there. Rangers getting ripped apart since we're pretty low in health already. And now we've got another M10 being deployed on now, as well as some more Rangers.
The
Let's get
enemy
inside
is
the
seizing
garrison.
our territory.
Now he knows. Now he definitely knows what doctrine he's gone for. So what will doctrine go in for return?
Our
This
support
half track
command
has made itself
abilities have been
revealed.
upgraded.
Does receive a pen there. He is lacking any sort of AT at the moment, which is actually a bit of a gap in his response. He does have, of course, the AT grenades, but those are really miss rather than hit. AT grenades may be thrown now. And does act as a mine right there. And he's trying to go for some crushes there. AT grenade was thrown. AT grenade was thrown there. It does take out the M10 with AT grenades. Thank you for the follow, Galaxy Monster _1. But he does lose another M10. He doesn't need to pull out Panthers at this moment. Could take time to reinforce his Panzer Grenadiers. There's another M10 up here, which has been spotted. It is wounded.
Enemy found!
The mission's half track is still alive. It's sort of hard for me to spot that symbol because just a straight up munition symbol is a bit not exactly the greatest symbol for that.
Ground.
Loud and clear.
Oh, booby trap. That means he's gone for scorched
We can
earth.
now booby trap buildings to confound the enemy to only 100 points.
Sector artillery can now be called on in, which can be useful for some of these munitions. And soon he'll have enough for some Panthers. He is not reinforcing squads to get out his Panthers. I sort of disagree with that. He could probably get the Panthers out a little bit later. Reinforce the squads, probably a little bit more important at this moment in time. At least reinforce this squad here. Get 2 4-man squads pushing forward while the 2 1-man squads can stay behind. Sector? No, that's Panthers being called on in, not sector artillery.
This is Panzer.
Rangers are going to be capturing that strategic point, and these Rangers capturing this munitions point now.
Our supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Panthers are making their way forward as well. Does receive a miss from the bazooka, and that is his landmine there, which could be detonated by the Panthers by a stray
The enemy
shot.
is attacking a petrol depot.
Infantry contact.
We have destroyed an enemy unit.
Oh, it looks like the 223 managed to claim a wipe there on the engineers. I'm going to reinforce some of these Panzer Grenadiers now. Good idea to reinforce them one at a time,
One of our
so you get the
sectors has
squads
been
back
cut
in
off.
combat as soon as possible. He does have a bit of munitions, though he is lacking munitions in income at the moment. So could best use suppressive fire on the riflemen and then try to gun down the Rangers. These Rangers do not have Thompsons. This is not the Thompson Ranger squad. Oh, this landmine gets spotted. And there goes this M10. We got off-map power shoot now raining on in. Bounces there on the Panthers. M10 does go down. Was there another landmine there? He may have found another landmine there because another damage to crit. Yeah, it looks like an explosion there.
One of the comfortable vehicles.
So it looks like the munitions half-track gets, I'm going to say he gets to claim the kills on those M10s since he's allowed the Panthers to easily kill them off. Rangers push their way forward as well. They do, of course, have bazookas. And getting inside the garrison's not a half-bad garrison for them. Rifleman squad here. Hopefully he has sticky bombs. Rolls a bounce and a miss there. Good as there onto the Panthers. And now the Panzer Grenadiers does suppress fire there on the Rifle Squad. Does receive one kill there from the frag grenade there. Rangers start dancing around, getting some hits there on the Panthers, but not really being successful. Riflemen tend to be crushed, but getting some good splash damage there from the main gun from the Panthers. Does roll a miss there onto the Panther. A good hit there. Rangers do fall back now. Fresh M10 deployed on the field. Let's take a look at the U.S. players' abilities. That they have an off-map combat group? Nope, they're just fresh Rangers. Maybe a good idea to go for off-map combat groups. It's lost a lot of squads. Needs to be something a bit more cost-efficient. Though it is also a bit random. So getting out an AT gun from it wouldn't be half bad. An extra rifleman never hurt. Only thing that at this point in time he probably doesn't want to get is probably a mortar. 30 cal can be decent, but there goes this M10. Panthers are very wounded, but they've done their job, killed off a bunch of M10s. And now the Rangers are pursuing the Panzer Grenadier squad.
Snuff Rangers.
Let's see. Can't. Yep, that is a rifle there, so no Thompson in this squad. And no Thompson in this squad as well either. They're probably mostly meant for AT, since the bazookas can be passed around to each model, since that would be 2 slot items rather than 6 slot items. You got now a short barrel Panzer IV C deployed on the field. I like seeing this thing. It provides good rate of fire and provides good infantry support, which would be good to support the Panthers. Rolls a miss there as well, but now it's set on up. We'll start ramping up some rate of fire very shortly. Good hits there as well. Good hits there onto the M10, not M10, Panzer IV C. And now the Rangers will go in and fire it up away.
Looks like we fight today.
Rifle Squad not fully reinforced, trying to capture some other points. Kettengrad and Panzer IV C advancing.
We hold territory sector being captured.
Does get a kill there on the Kettengrad, so does reduce the opponent's capping pressure. And this seems like it could be potentially crushed. What's that? Drop bazooka.
One of ours.
These Ranger squads getting ripped apart right there. And wiped. Nope, not wiped. And that was a force fire on the ground there. And he does not get wiped out right there. I thought he was going to get wiped out. Fresh M10, he needs more. He does have enough fuel for more. Just needs more manpower for more.
Squad.
Switch over to the Panzer Lead player. Ooh, good hit there by the Panzer IV C, and gets a crush with the Panzer IV C as well. The armor skirts does reduce shape charge attack damage, and the bazooka force shape charge. Good hit there as well, down to one last model and gets forced back. US players are bleeding manpower, having trouble dealing now with the various tanks and vehicles from the Panzer Lead player. Panzer Lead player is at population cap, so it has to be careful not to spend anything more. Losing the Kettengrad probably wasn't half bad, making his population cap. Right now there's a double capture against the Panzer Lead player, and the US player is down to 99 tickets, while the Panzer Lead player is 353. As of course, see some deadly pens there. He's going to try to set on up. Does get level 2 defense there as well. Does get this Panther fully repaired as well. More points there on the Panzer IV C. Will need to fall back relatively shortly. And this is not a Thompson squad, so the bazookas are getting passed around. One hit there, and the Panzer IV C does go down. Shame. Good hits there on the Rifleman squad, or Ranger squad does take it fully out. And the Kaliningrad does get respawned and receives a miss there. Panthers come to respawn. Panzer Grenadiers have nothing to repair because the Panzer 4C is fully dead.
It is only when we work together with zeal as the Third Empire's war machine that we can completely destroy the enemy.
M10 charging forward for some odd reason. The VPs need to be captured, split up this Panzer Grenadiers to capture the points. So the Kaliningrad can do that as well. Oh, a munition half-track put a landmine there? Very good. When did this carcass get here? That's an M10 carcass. How did I miss that?
Lost a unit.
This will take out the Flak Irving. The M10's good as dead. Mission half-track is still alive as well, so if we replace some of these landmines, putting some more defensive landmines would not hurt. There is a landmine there as well. Goes out grenade there as well. Rangers do get forced back. This one is currently exhausted. And no Thompsons on it either. And the Ranger squad does go down. And this game's pretty much over. The US players lost way too much. Relatively poor control over those M10s. Great both gameplay by the Panzer League player, that's for sure, and the US player has backed out of the game.
We're losing ground out there.
And there we go. This is Andre saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Yep, nice little replay there. Nothing too crazy, but it also shows that the alternate building logistics company going for 4-man squads can be very effective. And now on to the 2v2 that he submitted in. I just look at the name of the Wehrmacht player. Not sure if this is going to be a good game or a bad game. Let's go and... Yep. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spot on bottom left side as the British forces. We have the Werewolf. Isn't where 2E? It was W-E-R-E? I may be mistaken. And as his teammate as the other British player, where it's Wiz Pozak. On the opponent as the person who submitted the replay, we have a Stoke-Low Mode. I still need to know how to pronounce his name. And his teammate as the other Wehrmacht player, not the Panzer League player, we have Donkey Fucker. Stop fucking donkeys. Horses where that, get a nice mare. Ground carrier has been deployed on out. We've got some intersections here. Both the scope rifle squads, so maybe the British forces are trying to set up their HQs in this region. Though if they put them too close to each other, they would be very vulnerable to Nebelwerfers and Hummels. So don't place the British HQs next to each other. That's the only thing I want to say. Orange has packed up his HQ, make his way forward as well. Currently the other British players not packing us up his HQ. Ground carrier has taxied up some scope rifle squads. Both scope rifle squads are in this region. Kaliningrad will shortly be overran by the Ground carrier and all the infantry, not liking to defend himself anyway.
Panzer, we're losing a fuel depot to the enemy.
As get deployed, designated marks him there onto the G43 squad. Does fall back now. He should probably tell his teammate he's getting double teamed. So he's going to do some mass capturing up here. A lot of pioneers are great for capturing, especially with the slower engagement, slower mobility of the Brits. At least in the early game. Get double team. Yep. Let the pioneers capture some points. Bring over the Volksgrenadiers. Perhaps an MG42 wouldn't hurt as well. Volksgrenadiers engaging at long range onto the scope rifle squad.
supply lines
I
are
think he's
broken. We
pinging
have
these
territory cut off from
Volksgrenadiers a
supply.
cap. The Volksgrenadiers need to be brought over here as soon as possible. G43 squads advancing.
Jawohl.
Contact! Engaging forward element!
And this overrun squad does fall back now. Both Volksgrenadiers in the region. Maybe Okusu gets some damage there. Oh wait, that's a Vickers emplacement there. The British Vickers emplacement does only cost manpower and population space, while the US emplacement does cost a bit of fuel and manpower, but no population space. Volksgrenadier squad may need to fall back entirely, and does get fully pinned right there as well. It is a long retreat for the Wehrmacht player, and this squad does fall back as well. You've got a mortar emplacement now has been deployed on out. And now do have a fresh infantry half-track being deployed on out. Scope Rifle Squad is advancing. Got this half-track loaded up with some Panzergrenadiers. With 2 squads of Panzergrenadiers, more precisely. Petrograd advancing. And right now this Bren carrier is going around, capture some points with the infantry unit in the back. Does manage to overrun get past the Vickers placement there with the Panzergrenadiers. Scope Rifle Squad now being pursued. Does dismount both of these squads here to get all their rifles firing. It does get quickly suppressed there by the Pinto mount, or Hall mount. Is this a Pinto, Hall, or coaxial? Mounted machine gun. Notable, another set of scope rifles squads pushing away forward as well, one from each player. Another infantry half-track advancing. He does have access to forward reinforcements here. Does get suppression on one of those squads as well. And with the nice flank shots there, he may be able to suppress the other squad while at it. Good damage onto the scope rifle squads. The mounted plate cells being effective. You've got both headquarters command trucks here. That's probably a little bit too close, because the Neb Warfers do have pretty wide scatter there. Bren carrier and scope rifle squad advancing. Capture clearance station being deployed on now. This may be just far, far too close. Looks like I have the infantry support truck being queued on up, or could be a lieutenant. Volksgrenadiers making their advance. Scope rifle squads are having a bit of trouble dealing with all the Volksgrenadiers. That was a casualty clearing station that I think actually got destroyed, not canceled. Mortar emplacement receiving quite a bit of fire as well, and the infantry half-tracks can provide forward reinforcements both to the Panzergrenadiers and to the Volksgrenadiers. This Panzergrenadier receiving lots of fire there, does get reinforcements, maybe loading the back a bit, does drop a model there as well, because that one model was quite wounded. Mortar emplacement receiving quite a bit of fire, may get decrewed a little shortly.
Kampfgruppe Company has reported in and is ready to be deployed.
And the emplacement does get decrewed. We do have the infantry half-track, does get one level of defense. Infantry section receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Could potentially be wiped. He may need to pack up the HQ to fully withdraw it. Run around Rosie to get some repairs. So it actually goes on the back of the Bren carrier. Looks like the Volksgrenadiers do fall back as well. Panzergrenadiers, both of them have level 1 veterancy, only one squad of G43s, and now got a Panzerstreck. That's a good idea of getting a Panzerstreck out, allows him to start sieging down these structures. Destroys the mortar placement entirely, very good. We'll take a bit of time to take out the HQ command truck. Lieutenant catching the point there. He should actually be back here, inspiring his troops to fight harder. But now he's about to get overran. Does fall back now. This half-track is quite wounded. He does get damage into crit there from the bolt action rifles, but does take out the lieutenant there, which is quite important. Does go ahead and take out that Vickers placement over there of the Panzerschreck. Panzergrenadiers do back on out. We got Piets loaded back of the Bren carrier as well. That is not a rifle grenade squad, but full Piets. And good hits there onto that Vickers emplacement.
We are losing ground.
Oh, wait. Okay, he didn't wipe out that squad. I thought he got wiped out. But he does load up the half-track there with the 2 remaining models. We do have That is the Kaliningrad getting button now out of control and dead. Up north.
Busters ready for battle.
Oh, we got radio translations. So one of the players have gone for commandos. I was wondering about what this giant thing was. Going for this one here. He needs to get one somewhere along this line to get a good triangulation. It may be a good idea to go for this one. Destroy this one, throw in the bottom corner of this map, and then somewhere over here.
We are
I'm not so
losing
sure what would be the
ground.
best spot for our radio triangulation. Hugo Scott, that's an
Rejoice,
MG
Panzer.
bunker there, and a
Roadblocks
casualty
are now
recovery
at our
bunker.
disposal.
Roadblocks, which means scorched earth.
Repairs are done.
Let's go ahead and start from the top. This is not the commando player. An unknown doctrine has been selected for him, or no doctrine. 2 command points seems about right. Volks Grenadiers and Grenadiers make an advance. 1 level of efficiency as well. For his teammate, we definitely know he's gone for a radio triangulation. So he has gotten the commando doctrine.
MG ready for orders.
MG placement has been deployed now, and we've got the armor command truck now being deployed as well. Casualty clearing station now being built by this Brit.
On HQ.
And now we've got the infantry half track push away forward as well. Immediately gets button. We do, of course, got the Bren carrier does receive damage and crit as well. Both are those light vehicles of damage. And 30 count placement getting some great suppression on all the Panzer Grenadiers. Does take it out there, very nice. Now scope rifles coming in for a flank. And the Wehrmacht player. An unknown doctrine, or no doctrine selected.
Ready.
Scope rifles and Piet squad engaged in some Volks Grenadiers. Got some MP40 Volks as well. I do like seeing MP40 Volks. Good hit there from the Piet. And let's see, start overrunning these scope rifles. Those having a bit trouble doing some damage at the moment. Now dancing around quite a bit there. The Volks Grenadier squad will need to fall back. Casualties recovered. That would be casualty number 2. It wouldn't surprise me if 3 and 4 maybe already out on the field. Yep, this guy's going for this casualty now. And this casualty is being covered as well. If he gets both these casualties recovered, that will give him free Grenadier. Great grenade right there, getting 3 models. And we've got Floyd, designated marksman as well, taking out one of the Grenadier models. As Grenadiers still push on forward as well, getting some sporadic damage. There's 2 Piet squads in this region. Not like the greatest anti-infantry. And mortar half track being deployed out as well. Was that Camp Griffin Company? Not logistics? Yep.
What do you need?
Volks Grenadiers and Grenadiers push away forward. Does take out one of the medics, Brit medics there. Captain Sark pushes away forward. As you suppress the fire on the intersection now with one of the G43 squads. PS squad and scope rifle squad has scored force back. Captain go ahead and backing off with them. And looks like the Pack 38 does receive a direct hit there by the PX.
Grenadiers under fire.
Scope rifles are slowly picking off that Volks Grenadiers, but they're quite wounded. He's running on incendiary mortar rains on it as well. Now, what battle phase was that? Was that assault? Yeah, assault battle phase, and that is also artillery. I think the other Brit has gone.
We defended the fatherland and
No, that could be decoy barrage. Nope, no decoy barrage available for the, not decoy barrage, the actual barrage that's not the decoy barrage, which is not that. So that was actually Royal Artillery has been selected as well. We've got a Cromwell, that's not a command tank, so Cromwell has been floated out. Bren carrier with Piets loading back, pushes away forward as well. Does receive a hit there by the Panzerschreck. And this is a tank buster squad, now pushing away forward, trying to get some hits there on the Cromwell. Does get killed there on the Kaliningrad as well. Good as there on the Panzerschreck squad. He does throw a round onto the fence line. We got the scope rifle squad receiving a bit of fire. Act 8 does get decrewed, and this scope rifle squad may get fully wiped there, as more of these casualties are being parted by the Wehrmacht player. This medic will go back empty-handed. Now got the battle phase now complete. His teammate has gone for Scorched Earth, so you can rely on his teammate to go for artillery. Maybe a good idea at this point in time go for Panzer IV or Panther. Good is there onto the mortar half-track.
We have gained momentum on the field.
Good hits there onto the Skieth squad as well. Mortar half-track will fall back. Ooh. Hey, that Panzer Truck's been pretty accurate thanks to the 2 levels of efficiency. You could potentially deploy out a slit trench into one of these sectors for the captain. I mean, a slit trench right there for the captain, or back over here. Wouldn't be half bad. But it's there as well. Cromwell and Stackhound advancing. One for each. These are from different players. And still only 2 radio triangulations. Might as well just throw one down here. Damage and crit.
We are losing ground.
Grenadiers making an advance. And the Volksgrenadiers getting some great damage there onto the intersection squad. Does force them back. The Grenadiers maybe get the wipe as well. Good damage all across the line. And the scope rifle squad will manage to escape on out of there. Stackhound's advancing, doesn't have the Pinto mount upgraded. There's 2 pinstrikes that may turn around and kill it. No, it does not enough to kill it.
Propaganda Ministry requests approval for an all-out offensive.
We do got now, looks like Terror Dodge has been selected. Firestorm's now available, should be pretty effective versus the Brits HQs. Cleared out of all Tommies. And now the Panzer Command has deployed them now. Let's see if anything gets called on in. Officer artillery now raining on in. No, that may be decoy barrage. Yep, decoy barrage is now available. Oh, there's a radio triangulation. That is a horrible radio triangulation. So decoy barrage is now available. I'm not sure what for your artillery player, however. Also now being deployed on out. As Grenadiers are making their way forward, we've got repair sappers here. Should be able to get some good work repairing up all these buildings. His teammate needs some repairs as well. Maybe overheal his own structures while at it. Order it there onto the Ptolemies. Let's keep the Elite player selected since he's the one who submitted the replay. The scope rifle squad does fall back.
The enemy will never be able to match the efficiency of our
Support command, Panzer Jäger
structure.
command. Sounds like it's going for Panthers. Oops. As the map, the mini-map goes crazy once again. That is likely a decoy barrage.
Hummel, self-propelled artillery pieces can now be commissioned for our troops.
Hummels can now be deployed, which should be very effective for sieging down these structures and everything around it. And now the Volksgrenadier squad does fall back. Staghound's advancing. Is that a V1? Nope, that's Firestorm. I don't know why I thought I heard a V1. A Firestorm now raining on in. Looks like got a wipe on the repair sapper. Ostwind and Panzer Grenadiers making their way forward as well. Staghound does go down. Scope rifle squad, we're seeing quite a bit of fire right now. Double Panzer Grenadiers are making their way forward, trying to hit some of these forces. This HQ command truck is severely wounded. Got a squad command Cromwell in the region as well. It does get a double hit there, double tap onto the HQ, taking it out. Now we do got some more decoy barrages raining on in. And over here we do have now the Bren carrier roaming around, receiving misses from the Panzer Shreks, but the Ostwind says hello. Oswald's currently unvetted, but getting some great hits there on the Sapper squad. Sapper squad does fall back there. Cromwell and Firefly deployed out in the field. One Gren or Piet squad does go, or Piet does get dropped. And one of those was the actual barrage. I think it's on top of the Pack 30, it's the actual barrage. Gets a direct hit there as well, and the gun does get destroyed out. Good hit there. And the Brand Gunner does pick up the Piet, so you should be able to button and Piet. Armo does get forced and back. Casualties are being claimed. 2 casualties away. Got now for the HQ truck here. Bit more reserve position. Oh, here the defense Volksgrenadiers making their good advances. Another casualty being recovered. Here we may see a Panzerfaust on the Brand carrier, but we do not. No, MP-44 does get forced on back. Does press immediately that Scope Rifle squad with the G43s. Got the Pantrax are advancing. And now the V1's available. He's pretty close to munitions squad as well, which can help siege down these base locations. Ooh, and there is a Creeping Barrage or Officer Artillery. That may be a Creeping Barrage. I don't see a 17 pounder out in the field, so I may be mistaken about that. It has to be a Creeping Barrage. Ah, it must have been fired from the Priest. Over here we've got the Sapper squad advancing, suppressed by the MG42. Casualty recovery bunkers has 0 casualties claimed. I see 3 or 4 Panzer Grenadiers on the field. I think he built one. I think the other 3 were free ones, so he's got quite a bit of Grenadiers from it.
The enemy advances.
Firefly and Cromwell push the way forward. Oswin rolling around. And I got these Grenadiers engaging the infantry section. Pack 38 receiving some hits there. Cromwell receiving a bit of fire. He does take out the Cromwell. There's the... Oh, here comes the V1 as well. The man taking Firefly in this region. The V1 maybe lying up over here, maybe over here. Hard for me to say. Oh, way over there. Looks like he may have got a full wipe there. There could have been just 3 of the Sapper models there. He has largely avoided. The truck did receive a bit of hit as well. Lucky he has Sappers, but the casualty clearing station has gone down.
We are losing territory.
Scope Rifles making their advance.
What now?
The trap track is pushing way forward. We got this Grenadier squad severely wounded. Will need to fall back over shortly.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
And now we do have another Creeping Barrage being called on in. And it looks like that maybe decoy barrage. That could be an actual barrage as well. Artillery is going to be lying. Maybe, yep, looks like it's going down this way. Nope, it's heading up this way. Staghound's advancing, getting some good hits there. Good hits there. Scope Rifle squad still suppressed.
We are losing ground.
And Grenadiers will receive a hit there as well. Over here, we've got the infrastructure advancing forward. And the Scope Rifle squad could go down really shortly. We've got a barrage onto this region, getting them hit there on the infantry half track. Over here, we've got the Firefly engaging the infantry. Grenadiers, one Panzerschreck advancing. Well, that's 2 Panzerschreck squad. The other Grenadiers have not been upgraded Panzerschrecks. He's probably saving his munitions for all his off-map fun support. Staghounds receiving good fire there as well. The Panzerschrecks could potentially finish him off. He's paying attention. And there goes the black half-track. Or not half-track, yeah, it is half-track, not black. Staghound does go down. Osman has 1 level veterancy, doesn't go a whole lot of damage at the moment. MP40 bolts big advance as well. Osman getting some good hits there now. In the Piet squad, we'll need to fall back really shortly. We're seeing a bit too much fire right there.
Unit down.
A good hit there on the Pak 38. I think that Chromo's hit, but the overhealing resolved the shot pretty much. Got another decoy barrage raining on in. And that squad does fall back now. Lieutenant receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Potentially could get wiped out. It does get wiped out there. Looks like one of the Panzer squad did get wiped out. Drops its Piet, or not Piet, Panzer Schreck, and that's one of the most deadly weapons you want to pick up. Firefly receiving a bit of hits there as well. Grenadiers could try and grenade on top of the repair sappers. He's halfway off cooldown for the V1, but he has enough munitions there for a Firestorm. Scope rifles receiving hits from these Grenadiers, a veteran C2 at the moment.
We're losing territory.
Now Hummel's not eyeing for a barrage as well. We also got Panther, Austere Panzer, a Wehrmacht Panther. As we got the Hummel running up barrage in over here. There goes the Kuttengrad.
Attention. The enemy advances.
Let's get force back the scope rifle squad. Regular Grenadiers do fall back as well. Mortar hit getting sprits there on the scope rifles. Scope rifles when you fall back. The prone being wiped at this moment. And here comes now a barrage. This could be a creeping barrage. This could be a regular barrage. This may be a creeping barrage. Yep, creeping barrage. Oops, hit my microphone again. Let's get a good hit there with Cromwell. Cromwell's at 11 kills, not bad. See some misses there, the Panzerschrecks. Grenadiers are making their advance forward. This was not upgrade Panzerschrecks, so pursuing the Firefly, that's not a great idea. Warferman barrage ring on in, getting some minor hits. 0 kills, the most that may have been his first barrage. Scope rifle squad getting suppressed there by the MP42. Yes, maybe a decoy barrage right there. Yes, that is a Bren in Piet squad. Entry section does drop a Bren there. That'd be great for the G43 squad to pick on up. Farmo does find a hit there and rolls a miss on or bounce onto the Panther. Panther sends a pen in return. Also receiving quite a bit of abuse, so we'll need to fall back. He does have 1 repair bunker in the region. As the Corvo does see the hit there. Goodness there onto the Staghound next. And over here we do have another Staghound being deployed, has been deployed on out. Grenadiers could, or Volksgrenadiers could try firing a Panzerfaust. Volksgrenadiers are getting suppressed by the unit, and we do have now sector artillery now running on in. This is actually quite a deadly sector because it builds up to its opponent's resource or structures and potential unit reinforcement locations. Volksgrenadiers do fall back in time.
Carry on, your fallen brothers struggle.
Looks like Zeal's now available. Ooh, good hit there on the Panzergrenadiers. They do get forced back. We do got a number of booby traps being put out. This northern radio has been mainly destroyed, I believe. Staghound does receive hit there from the Panther Shrek as these Grenadiers are getting some good shots in. Panther finds a shot as well. Panther Shrek lines up a shot. Panther does get the main gun short correct there. One shot should go down. Panther's far charge a bit too far forward. These are spired Fireflies, and the Panther does go down right there. And there's also 2 Cromwells here as well, all supported by a command tank. That is quite a bit of vehicles there deployed out by that Brit. Panther trying to eye a shot there on the Staghound, was not successful. There's also a landmine here deployed out by the Brits. Volk's Grenadiers will need to fall back. The VPs are quite in favor of the Axis players. They still have 493.
The enemy advances.
Grenadiers push the way forward as well. Scope Rifle Squad still suppressed. Receives a grenade right there. Didn't get wiped out. Grenadiers will perhaps take time to capture the point. The Scope Rifle Squad may get wiped down. Cromwells and Fireflies push the way forward against hits there onto the machine gunner. Does force back those models there. Pack 38 pushes the way forward as well. Trying to eye for some shots. Grenadiers capture the VP. Does roll a miss there. No, maybe a hit on the Firefly. But now we've got, I think, a decoy. No, that's an actual barrage raining on in from the commandos. So a Staghound right there. MG bunker does stay on up. Act 30 company pushes way forward once again. Got the Cromwell, and the Firefly does take out the MG bunker now. Assault Panthers pushing way forward as well. Fireflies send some pens there. We got 2. These are the Panther Elite Panthers as well. Though exposing the rear armor like that's not a good idea. Creeping barrage going to the base as well. Hummel is wounded, alive. And there goes the med bunker. He has claimed a number of Grenadiers from it, so probably really not needed to get it replaced at the moment. Good to stay on the Grenadier. And good hits there from these Warfermans. Over here, we got the Staghounds advancing. And it does get actually some model kills there with that booby trap. Looks like one of the Fireflies have gone down, was severely wounded by that Warferman. Panthers charging up forward as well. We'll find the Staghounds, but there's Fireflies in the back firing away. 2 Fireflies, 1 inspired. This Panther's quite wounded. Staghounds advancing forward, trying to overrun the Pack 38. They're being successful. Oswin getting some nice rearm hits there under that Staghound. Firefly slowly backing away. Both these Panthers are quite wounded. Oswin finds some good shots there on that Staghound. Oswin may actually get a kill there. Having trouble without not hitting the rear armor. Oswin's receiving a hit. MP40 Volks trying to charge forward, hit the Scope Rifle Squad, and does claim the kill there of that Staghound. The Oswin will need to get on out of there. Destroyed engine crit, so that's Oswin's good as dead. And now these Panthers need a lot of repairs. Got a Hummel. That is the same Hummel that was severely wounded. Warferman barrage raining on in over here. Getting some hits. Most on the infantry, but good hits there on the Cromwell as well. Pantrek does roll a hit there. And it looks like a Commando Glider pushing his way forward. Wait, is that Tetra Glider? No, that's a Commando Glider. Okay. There goes that Firefly. Very nice. The Commandos could pick up a Panther Shrek right there. And a Piat. Humo's trying to barrage that choke point. Very nice. And we also got at least 2 repair bunkers. Commandos do get spotted there. Does see a hit there. Takes out all the repair pioneers.
The enemy advances.
Staghound's now receiving some fire from these Panthers. Good hit there from the Firefly as well. Hit there on the Collider. Good hit there onto the Panther. It did had a overheal, so that did absorb a shot for him. Cromwell's making his advance. Cromwell's slightly wounded. Panthers will going back on off. They're a little bit wounded themselves. NP-40 folks force back the repair pioneers as they receive multiple hits there from the Cromwell. Ooh, that Cromwell's getting some great hits there. Probably because it's inspired by the command tank. Good hits there on the Firefly. Commandos with Pantrack. It's not something we want to see. Let's get suppressed there by G43 squad. Oh yeah, there's a G43 on this squad right there. Good mortar hit there on the Commandos, which will force them back. This trench looks like it was trying to be built. Does get cancelled right there. And up here, it looks like the Staghound's trying to run away from a Panther. It is so far running away successfully. We'll run straight into the priest. Maybe a good idea to let the Staghound die rather than deliver it to a priest. Being destroyed. Priest 50 cal. This is not War Thunder, but the 50 cal does decent work. Destroyed engine crit. He's just not getting lucky killing that Staghound. Heat Hacker is now available. And there goes the Staghound. Priest needs to run away. We got the Commando Brens with a Pantrack push away forward. More artillery barrages raining on in. Got 2 more from in here. This is, of course, an Austere Panther. And Booby Trap has been triggered. Has been dodged. And listen, this AT gun does get overran by the Staghound. Bunker now under siege. We got the, looks like 4-man squad has been researched by the Panzer Elite player. And the V1 rocket is off cooldown, and of course we know about the King Tiger available. G43 squad does fall back there. Panther says hello. We're seeing multiple hits there from both Panthers. We got artillery raining in this general region. We're seeing some minor splash on the tanks so far. Could be deadly to the repair crews. And this Staghound does receive a good hit there from the Humo, and the Panther does finish it off. Oh, that's a cinder. That's a, no, not a cinder grenade. A red grenade being thrown by the Grenadiers. Getting a good hit there on the repair range sappers. Oh, we got a V1 strike somewhere. I think it's right around here. There goes, was that a Cromwell or Command Cromwell? Either way, that is a good hit. Looks like is that maybe a creeping barrage? Let's take out the repair engineers, which is fine, or repair staff pioneers. We've got these Panzer Grenadiers printing forward to support the Panthers. Does find a landmine there for one of the Panthers. He needs to get that quickly repaired up. Maybe one of these Panzer Grenadiers in the region. Panthers slowly crawling forward. One of the Fireflies do go down as well. It's not looking good for the Allies, especially with that V1. Now there's a couple more tanks right there. They're starting to disintegrate. Now, I haven't really been paying attention how effective the Humo barrages are. Let's take a quick look at the Humo. That's a Martyr. Not a Humo. There's the Humo. That doesn't look like a single has +1 vehicle kill there, but that's last time checked, it only had 6 infantry, so that Humo has not been effective. And sort of weird to see a martyr. Martyrs are okay. They might be needing a slight buff, either damage or durability. Right now, they don't really have either. If they had more damage, it makes it a bit more stand apart from the Hetzers. Exercise casting in GG perhaps a little bit too soon. The ex-allies are still in the game, though they are pushing forward with their Panthers, and now got the King Tiger pushing on forward. No kills King Tiger, so I don't think they've even been spotted just yet.
To defend the father.
Now we've got a Firestorm, Fear Storm being called on in, which could potentially seal the deal. Panthers receive a bit of fire there, but we'll need to fall back. King Tiger now makes its advance. Does get a hit there on the Cromwell. Fireflies get some hits there, and looks like the bunker will get burned alive thanks to the Firestorm. Command tank trying to support these guys, which the Panther or the Firefly does need it. Does get inspired right there, receives a miss there. Now Warfman Barrage raining on in. Looks like an Overwatch Barrage being utilized by the Priest. Fumo Barrage raining on in. King Tigers receive quite a bit of shots. And there goes the Firefly. That is a very important asset. This Cromwell could pass the circle around, but the Martyr is here to support. Finish off the HQ with the Martyr. Very nice. And you can't circle around the King Tiger Cromwell with long that Martyr's there, especially when being set on up. It looks like one of the Brits have backed out of the game. Not sure if both. So I'm just going to fast forward because this one backed out. Yep, it's both of them. And that's the end of the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As the game starts loading, I need to use the restroom. I'll be back shortly. And I'm back. Sorry about that. So yep, both of those now cast. And let's go ahead and go for another 2v2. I'm in the mood for a 2v2. Let's go with some players I haven't really cast before. I don't recognize any of these names. So let's go and do this one. Not sure if it's going to be any good. Sometimes you just see the same players over and over again. Sometimes it's nice to get other players casted. Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawned on the north side as the Wehrmacht player, we are Shaman 79. Where's a Shaman? Spawning as his teammate as the other Wehrmacht player, we have No, Not, UK. Spawning as their opposition as the US player, we have Gabe Rue. And as the British ally, we have Shark. There's sharks in the water.
Pioneers, grab your gear.
We've got multiple pioneers being pulled out. We do have the Wehrmacht quarter now. So a little bit delayed Wehrmacht quarter. Early Wehrmacht quarter. He may be going for another pioneer. No, he's not. Going for capture up some sectors. Going for the fuel point. There's 3 pioneers for this player here. 2 pioneers for this player. And we've got the scope rifle squad advancing. He can go ahead and make his way to the high ground. If he picks up one model, could use deploy designated marks and get a quick wipe, but probably not really needed. Let's do a full retreat immediately with both models intact. And I got, of course, got the British HQ deployed enough iron to secure the sector. Right around here is probably a nice safe spot. Over here is a little bit on the road, a little bit open and vulnerable. Though, around here wouldn't be half bad either. I think right around here would be good. Engineers are making forward, trying to capture that fuel point as well.
Pioneers have seized objective.
And looks like going to go ahead and set on up on top of that crater.
MG-42 reporting.
And that is on that sector as well. It's pretty close to this sector here, but he does go and lock down this sector. As you can see, that also that not only that circle there, but the little pennant as well. Looks like the engineers do spot the MG-42. And Pioneers are going to be capturing up this munitions sector now. MG-42 sitting up near the crossroads.
Location captured by Pioneers.
And wait, that's a 30 cal. He has gone for a support weapons center opener right there. I was not paying attention to that. But support weapons center has been deployed out. Lieutenant capturing up the beach. Damn those nobles. They get the beach all to themselves. Here's a fun fact from World War II. I think it was in the North African campaign. The British forces managed to capture a whole bunch of German caviar. The officers figured, let's spread this caviar, German caviar, that's pretty good stuff. Let's just spread out the ranks, reward all the men. The men start complaining because they thought the commanders were forcing them to eat raw food. The rank did not realize there was... Somebody's already map hacking? The ranks did not realize that they were trying to reward them with some fancy food, not realizing that the not fancy rank didn't understand that. So we got these two intersections charging forward, trying to engage that Shimwagen. Shimwagen does fall back. It does do a full retreat. Both of those intersection squads. Maybe I'm trying to put his aggression up north rather than to over there, because he really needed to retreat back. He had plenty of health and men. Two motorcycles deployed on out for this player. We've got the mortar team right here. 30 cal will get flanked by the motorcycles, so the motorcycle got two motorcycles, two Shimwagens. That should be very mobile and able to outflank the 30 cals, which is pretty good, and also leave him not really able to play out snipers because these are anti-sniper tools. So the US player's build is partially nullified based on all these light vehicles they're fighting against. And the Brit will have a bit of trouble for the mobility versus them unless they deploy out Bren carrier as well. So overall, it seems like XP players are in a good position, capture some multiple sectors. MG-42, however, needs a medic. And try to go for a bunker there. Is it a machine gun bunker? Yep, I think that's going to be a machine gun bunker right there.
We are losing territory.
A little bit out of the way for a casualty recovery bunker. And repair bunker? No, that's not going to be right there. So it's likely going to be a machine gun bunker. We got two 30 cals here. Mortar, two engineers. Three engineers, actually. And those are not MG-42s. Those are, well, they do have an MG-42 Shimwagens, but not the MG-42 weapons team. Mortar needs to start retargeting towards this garrison. The engineer squad is going to need to fall back relatively shortly. We've seen a bit too much fire. Does get suppressed there. Does have two 30 cals for cover firing. Down south, Pioneers will capture up the beach. And we do got this MG-42 here. He's going for a MG bunker now. Let's switch over to him. Yep, MG bunker. Shimwagen is advancing. Colonies are falling him back. Looks like got an infantry support truck there. Yep, not a lieutenant. Shimwagens get a nice little flank there. The 30 cals can load up armor-piercing rounds, engage these forces, and this is a relatively good spot for the 30 cals. Well, try to wire up, trying to prevent these Shimbagas from escaping. Motorcycles advancing as well. Receive quite a bit of fire right there. This one as well. Got the intersections here as well. The motorcycles could potentially go down. Shimbagan, one just get cleaned up by close range SMG file. This Shimbagan may go down as well. Clean up all these light vehicles can allow the US player to put out snipers. And just one motorcycle remaining. She will escape on out there. The mortar, however, may get a hit there. It's still in range of the mortar. And we got some good hits there on the MG42 as well from rifle grenades. MG42 will go and escape on out of there. Motorcycle was still been spotted. So now, yeah, the US player has wild sniper.
Lines are collapsing.
And with all those light vehicles out of the off the field,
Enemy vehicle has been knocked
now
out.
actually, legitimately, all 4 of them are gone. The snipers have free reign. No kills at the moment, so it's still camouflage, still hidden, not detected.
The Germans are taking one of our strategic points.
Pioneers do receive some suppression there. And good hits there on the Pioneers now. We got the Grenadiers coming for flank, trying to get their Panzerstrike to bear on the machine gun placement.
Start securing resources from the area.
Having a bit of trouble firing because it's flinching around. Does get one good hit there. Gotta make sure to maintain a wide angle unless they flinch over there again. Does fall back with all these forces there. One of the mortars or rifle grenades landed very, very short. And the Grenadier squad does fall back. We do have the machine gun bunker here, as well as some landmines. Multiple landmines. Tommy's advancing with the support of a lieutenant. Grenadiers have been reinforced, making their way back on the field. No levels of efficiency just yet. Let's take a quick look at potential doctrines. Oh, airborne. Airborne are just dropping in. And the Pioneers are seeing some 30 cal fire. Over here, of course, I got an unknown doctrine selection or a no doctrine selection for the Brits. For the Wehrmacht player here, definitely has suspended his command points either. This one has. We do got stormtroopers now available. And currently right now he has 2 snipers trying to hit these 30 cal emplacements. Not 30 cal emplacements, just 30 cals. Those snipers right there, not sure where the US sniper may be at. It could potentially be dead. Actually, no, there's 2 US snipers, both of them up north to support the Brits. And this may be one of the few times where you don't actually deploy barracks the entire game, but don't think there's anything useful for him to actually deploy barracks if he's going for airborne troops. Oh, good mortar hits there onto the US mortar. I think that was a mortar hit, or maybe that was actually sniper hits. Armor card has been deployed on out. Right now the Brit is sort of just dancing around. This Grenadier is not camouflaged. Somebody did mention map hacks before. I wonder, that could have been spotted. I don't want to really think about map hacks unless something really sparks my mind. Though I'm not sure why on earth there was a Grenadier going around that direction. But that could have been easily been spotted. Because they were... A bunch of infantry squads were here, and the Grenadiers could have been spotted running around over here. All it takes a brief moment like wondering, what's going on?
The Nicola Williams, weapons and ammo.
If it was a camouflage stormtrooper, that would be another matter. And it looks like the mortar has been cleaned by some Pioneers. Very nice. Armor cars skirting around to engage these forces. And we've got nice fired up from the airborne, trying to avoid the MG42 suppression. 30 cals pushing way forward as well. That should quickly suppress down the MG42. So he is behind some heavy cover. Down south, we've got the snipers Stay on top of explosion there. I wanted the US places both the snipers. I heard squad has been lost. It could have been an engineer. Two, 3, 4 may receive quite a bit of fire from the rifle grenades and from the Piets. There's 2 squads of Piets in this
Enemy
region.
unit down.
Ooh, was it 2 snipers down right there? Ooh, how did that happen? Good, it's there as well. Oh, got the US snipers running away. That's how that happened. So it quickly killed off 2 of those snipers. It does spot this one as well. Recoilless rifle does roll a miss at point blank range. Rolls another miss there as well. Not big surprise. And now the airborne troops are being reinforced on the front line.
Sniper on deck. Airborne has hit the
Third
field.
US sniper's been deployed on out. Vickers case emplacement, suppressing and pinning the grenadiers. Pack 38 engaging. 17-pounder, nice thematic position right there. Ready to engage anything that advances, such as this armor car. Though Bofors replacement probably would have been a little bit better. Though probably would have a high chance of getting the ground. Not sure about right there. It's actually not exactly a great idea to throw a Bofors in a crater because it will tend to hit the ground a little bit too often. Does abandon the garrison right there. Wehrmacht sniper pushes his way forward. Got a fresh one as well.
Airborne.
Aerial
Welcome
recon
to
is now
France.
available.
And the aerial recon will let them quickly spot camouflage units such as the snipers.
We have an MG on us. We're under attack.
Sniper down!
What model is that? I think that was the airborne troop.
Rifles
Yep.
ready, airborne. Paratroopers on point.
And does spot the snipers right there with the reconnaissance run. Very nice.
On the wrong end of that goddamn MG.
And does finish off that MG42 there with 3 snipers. A 1, 2, 3 hit. We got 2 repair bunkers right here. A little bit, perhaps a little bit too early for repair bunkers. So we got some multiple
Enemy unit down.
2, 3, 4s. Wehrmacht mortar will get overran. Captured US mortar, I should say. Intersections do fall back. Piet squads are advancing. Fires 1 shot there. Rolls a hit. Okay, these forces start making their way forward as well. Looks like a model got killed off right there. Looks like a Wehrmacht sniper. Unknown doctrine. Oh, no, the Brit has selected doctrine. What it is, I'm not sure. Probably Royal Artillery. And I had that selected while switching. No, I did not. Double panic tracks engaging the thickest replacement from the high ground. Very good. Rocket grenades firing. Does get 1 model kill there. And does finish off the MG bunker now. Does find a landmine there as well. And now do have a Stu out in the field. Stu should be very effective for infantry and something a bit more durable. That's actually from the other players. So we got Blitzkrieg being selected for this player, which we saw those stormtroopers earlier. So that was him. Ooh, was that that was a pioneer? Stu fires a shot. Gets a decent hit there. Detonates a landmine there. Not sure whose it was. I think that could have been Brick. Artillery raining on in, takes out the mortar once again, and brought the MG42 inside this garrison. Hitting that placement there, very nice. Ooh, good hit there. Looks like the Axis players, or the ones that are calling their opponents out as map hacks.
Officer reporting for duty.
He's capturing a strategic sector.
There's some accusations at least. I'm not sure whether they're validating at the moment. Patracks do fall back. Pioneers will need to fall back shortly as well. There's way too much fire here. Does get decrewed there. Wehrmacht sniper in the region will receive some fire. We got a scope rifle squad, so we'll be able to spot it and deploy designated marks there. Great hit there by the Stu. 2-3-4s could advance as well. And the MG42 self-pushing way forward as well. Does get the field there with thanks to recon run.
Taking heat from armor!
with that recon run there, it's probably just going to get wiped out anyway. Axis players still believe they can get it. They're blobbing heavily, so the Stews should be very effective. 2 Stews, that should be very good. Yeah, so I just need Vet attack his base. Let's see. He's talking about his... Let's see, that's this one? Nope, that's this one here. So he's probably referring to the Brit forward HQ right there. And it's pretty far forward. Asking for 2 more Stews? Okay. Jawohl.
Good job, lads.
Got the 3 US snipers right here. I'm just going to try to take time to clean up some of these tank traps. Our close rifles are able to clean them up. At least one of them took a bit of time. Now, so I've got the Stews advancing. Not sure where or why they're way down here. He's going. Wait, he says he's going to vet attack his base. So he's going to attack the U.S. base. Okay, they're hitting the Treehouse Center because there was a accusation thrown out. Going for Treehouse Center, which would make sense if him go right there, not respond down the Stews. But of course, it does allow him to quickly respond to the Stews.
They need to call in artillery. We've just got the green light to employ creeping barrages.
Okay, we do have Royal Artillery for the Brits. Okay, this player has come for Terror, which would be very useful against the HQs. Rangers are advancing forward, trying to deal with these, trying to deal with the 17 pounder. Multiple hits there, but multiple misses actually. Ugh, that was unlucky. He lost a lot of Grenadier models there. He can't really advance until he gets this area wiped out. He has gone for Vet 3 light vehicles. Oh, he doesn't have a whole lot as well. Luckily, there's repair bunkers. Doesn't need Pioneers at the moment, for at least for repairs. Now we've got another 17 pounder being deployed on out. He can also deploy out Warframen as well. Whether it be Nebel Warfers or Warframe half-track. He does have Vet 3 light vehicles, so perhaps go for the Warframe half-tracks. Stews are advancing as well. In the flank. Stews gonna be falling back with close rifles, trying to engage those Stews. Third Stew being deployed on out. Veteran C1 as well. And of course, we know about the Blitzkrieg. He has gone for the Blitzkrieg line, has urban assault support. He's perhaps going down for manpower blitz. He needs the manpower for sure. He has a stockpile of his munitions for it, which is actually pretty good. Landmines. Are any landmines on the assault advance? Perhaps over here? I can see the Stew making this direction. I don't see any landmines from either. There's this one from the Wehrmacht player that we spotted earlier. But there's no US landmines at the moment. Three Stews in this area. Now we've got the Veteran C2, which gives them 3 pinto mounts to help fight the infantry. Up north, we've got the infantry forces advancing. Got the 222s. This guy is quite battered and bruised. Let's switch over to him. He can bring him Firestorm, which could be useful relatively about now. He may need to repair up his base MG as well. As to capture up the MG42, need to keep these repair bunkers alive because he needs those for repairs. Here, Storm being called on in somewhere over here. Very nice. Grenadier being deployed out as well. First round will arrive late. Oh, nope, we'll get some hits there. He will save the repair bunkers, though he may singe one of his own. 70 pounds engaged in the other bunker as well. Oh, Stews are advancing. One Stew's way back here, not being properly
Yes,
queued on
sir,
up.
points left.
He's trying to hit that AT gun. Looks like it's paradrop, and it's still paradrop. Getting fully immobilized by an AT mine. And Repulse Rifle's going to be hitting these guys now. This rear armor is very exposed, and the gun is still not actually crewed. It looks like it's partially bugged out. Thanks to this shield model being immobilized right there, unable to crew it. Airborne troops are fully pinned right now, thanks to this not MG42 from the Pinto mounts. Being destroyed on this one here. Main could try crushing these guys here. The Pinto mount is getting some great work done. Still suppressed. One's fully pinned. He does take it out there with the unsuppressed one. Wounded Stew's making his way towards this 25-pounder, getting some good hits there. This Stew's now advancing towards the base of the U.S. player. Those on the low ground will have a bit of trouble there. May hit the field support truck. 25-pounder does go down. And does get main gun destroyed there as well. And get taken out by the Stew. This didn't really go too well. And loses that Stew as well. Going for another Warfer. Okay. I would assume with the Veteran C3 would probably better go for the Warferman. Maybe just lacking munitions. He probably want to keep his munitions up for more Firestorms. A V1 wouldn't be bad in this region as well. Ugh, it doesn't look good for the Wehrmacht players. Got Blitzkrieg now being activated. Trying to save this guy here. Receives some hits. And the Cornrow does roll a miss there. And he's going to just blitz on out of there. I don't see a landmine on the retreat path. And nope, he's going for the 25-pounder trying to take it out. We got another Firestorm being called on in. Very nice. One more shot and that 25-pounder's down. There goes the 25-pounder. Does get taken out by the Repulse Rifles and the Cromwell. Patricks are advanced well. Takes out another 70-pounder. The Brit is quite wounded, but this Wehrmacht player has received quite a bit of losses there. He has a manpower blitz, getting a lot of manpower right now. Getting fed 3 tanks. It's enough for another. That's so perhaps eyeing for another Firestorm. Or nope, another Blitzkrieg. Stew has been deployed on out. Asking for no more artillery. But it's there. 2-3s are getting overran by the Piets. He needs a bit more anti-tank. Another Stew's been pulled out as well. Patricks nails the Cromwells, pick that out. 2-3-4s need to avoid some fire. Stew's putting some good damage around the Brits. Oh, that's a recon run. Maybe marking the U.S. player. He does have access to strafing run, which could be dangerous to these Grenadiers. He does have enough munitions for it as well. That Warfer's charging on forward against does fall back in time. And that's officer artillery from the Brit. We got Repulse Rifles advancing. We got Vet 3 Stews. Going for a strafe run over here. Nope, just reconnaissance run. Does suppress down the airborne troops. Does use fired up. Nebel Warfare right there. He's deploying his Nebel Warfare in the corner. Repulse Rifles getting some hits there, but mostly bounces. Got Blitzkrieg being activated now. Trying to go for the AT gun. Gets 2 deadly hits there. Going for the other AT gun as well. One Stew severely wounded. Does go down there to the Repulse Rifles because it's a rear armor exposed. Blitzkrieging forward. There's a lot of AT guns. Another AT gun right here. And these Stews are more or less being thrown away. Repulse Rifles should be able to finish this guy off. Main gun destroyed. I doubt this Stew. It may actually escape. This U.S. player. And that's literally all he has. A single Stew. He needs it. Okay, he finally gets battle phase. He gets out some Panzer IVs, Ostwinds, or Panthers could be useful. They're durable, quite durable, but Ostwinds wouldn't hurt his teammate. Panzer IVs provides some general purpose, but seeing they're playing against Airborne, he's only spamming out infantry. The bird hasn't really deployed out anything, so Panthers maybe not so much, maybe not Panzer IVs, maybe just Ostwinds, just massed Ostwinds. Pressed the wrong button. Not sure what he pressed. He doesn't have a whole lot, so I'm not sure what he actually mispressed. We got another Stu. Got more manpower as well. Got an AT gun here supporting some airborne troops. And now we got a counter barrage onto the Nebelwerfers.
Our base is under attack.
Airborne troops trying to siege down this bunker. Grenadiers advance support. They do have 2 Pentrix. Stu is trying to advance. Does drop a Pentrix there. Just, what, the 3 snipers right there? Yeah, that what took out the Grenadiers so quickly. Stu's rolling some misses there. Since they're firing up, they're able to dodge a little bit easier against those slow shots. Got another AT gun being poured on out. And this troop needs to fall back, getting a bit overran by these AT guns and reverse rifles. Good hits there. Guess
You have 200 points.
I'm not so sure what he's saying. He may have took out those Nebelwerfers. I don't see them on the field anymore. A lot of AT guns here. A lot of AT
Base
guns.
is under enemy fire.
2 AT guns get decrewed. We got a V1 running in somewhere. Maybe over here. Right there. I'm not sure what got taken out right there. Looks like all the snipers went down, and all the AT guns, barring one, is decrewed. So the airborne player just lost a lot of forces.
P-47 ready for bombing run.
Now they can bring in bombing runs. But it needs a bit more munitions. And I think I just heard lightning outside, so if somehow my stream randomly just drops, it may be due to lightning. All those AT gun sets get cleaned on up, which is good. Red Force is pushing way forward. Still got the base MG right here, which is important to keep this opponent back. He does find it. Recon and supply drops being called on in. And that is looks like officer artillery. Let's use a heroic charge right there. That one squad escape. We do got the Nebelwerfer now captured out as well. I'm not sure how that guy got barraged. I don't think he fired a barrage from there, so... And now Nebelwerfer is coming into the Wehrmacht player's base, trying to deal with this emplacement. And the bunker will like to get burned to death by that Nebelwerfer. Airborne troops are making advance. We got fired up being activated. And trying to go for some crushes there, though he's doing a good job corralling them. Runs to the base MG, so once these guys get off fired up, they should be almost off. They should be suppressed. If they go, they will get suppressed shortly. It does drop a reverse, pick up a reverse rifle there. And does fall back now. Another recon run. He has a lot of munitions there. The recon run there was a horrible idea. And we got a bomb run being called in somewhere. Oh, nope, the Pioneers are alive. Doesn't even take out any of the structures, not even the bunker. So that was a horrible bombing run. Good hit there. The Nebelwerfer may have been fully captured. There are 2 priests here as well. So right now, honestly, oh, here we go. Got a Panzer IV. That should be useful versus those just on the priests as well as against the Cromwell. And honestly, he should be deploying out some. Does get the Panzer Command, as we mentioned earlier. Should have got that a long time ago to pull out his own vehicles. Put it there onto the Cromwell. I think it has been overhealed. Staghound's making an advance. We got the Pioneers receiving a bit of fire. Pioneer may go down.
Enemy
It does
unit
take out the
down.
Pioneer. Shoes making his advance. We got this MG bunker going down there. And now the US player has actually gotten his tank depot out.
Airborne is in the field.
2, 3, 4 may go down. Main gun destroyed. Very wounded. Even rifle fire poses a threat. And there it goes. These forces are making their way forward as well. We've got 2 Panzer IVs deployed out by the Northern Wehrmacht player, not the Blitzkrieg one. No veterancy on these guys. Let's switch over to them, see if you can see any
Losing a
veterancy in the
victory
field
point.
queue.
We are
No veterancy at the moment, but getting some great hits right there. Oh yeah. And right now there's no officer support these guys. The officer... No, that's a regular Tommy. Trying to push over all of these Piets and rifle grenades. Another Panzer IV on the field too, so mass Panzer IV is a good idea right now. Though also in the 2 wouldn't hurt as well, but getting some extra veterancy would be great either way. Repair section has been complete, so we've got 3 Panzer IVs split out by him. But we've got the 2, 3 Stews, a couple of them severely wounded here. We've got the 2, 3, 4 advancing. May get a kill down the mortar replacement. Maybe we can focus on the captain. Firefly deployed on out.
Carry on, your fallen brother struggle.
Now propaganda war is now available. It should be very effective with those paratroopers. Good hit there. Could try pushing forward. Does corral them very, very nicely.
Lost the unit.
And does force them back right there. I think some corralling. And all his teammates bring in some Panzer IVs. Going to try to push forward from the southern flank rather than the northern flank. Only said 70 pounders facing the wrong direction.
Cowards attack our forward base. Veterancy gained. Base is under enemy fire.
Not sure where the artillery is raining on him. Looks like the base sector. Trying to go for this HQ. He does have 1 Pioneer. Got veterancy 1 on tanks as well. Very nice. Well, he has enough resources to get out another Panzer IV, and by the time that one gets completed, another Panzer IV.
Hey, new guy. Let me have your shit together.
Destined for his teammates to go for some Shreks, maybe some Stormtrooper Shreks. Panther AA coming? Looks like it says he's going to go for both of those. Ask a teammate not to suicide. They're perhaps going to push forward together. This is deployed the Panther. Ostwind's been deployed out. Oh, another Ostwind as well. The northern player's base about to get overran. You got a cashier and a 30 cal down here. Another 30 cal with 2 initial 30 cals. Does have enough command points, I believe, for a Tiger tank. Panzer command now in the siege. You get the Shreks firing. And now it does get a hit there. Can bring in the special Tiger there. That 3 Tiger tank has been deployed on out, which should help out his teammate. Got off-map artillery.
Opponents HQ under attack.
Good hit there as well. Artillery ring on in. Firefly does not go down just yet. Rolls a miss there. And Scion's base, or this player's base at least, is getting ripped apart. Does force back his opponent. Needs some repairs. Maybe some extra Pioneers. This Pioneer squad does fall back. Got a lot of forces here. 3 Stews, 2 Oswins, and a Panther. And now the Panzer Force making an advance. There are Vet 2 Panzer Forces, and there's Vet 3 Panzer Force. This is going to be a nice push right now. Good hits there on the airborne troops, force them back immediately. The one Oswins just need to fall back, keep it alive. You've got now a wave of Hellcats and Fireflies. No command tank. He's got them Staghounds. This is one reason why people like the Staghounds, but the command tank can really make your Fireflies potent versus the heavy German armor. Got some artillery raining on in. It's a bombing run. Got 1 hit there, but not enough to really warrant the actual usage. The Panzer Force, oh, that one's getting slowed down by the terrain. We see some rear armor hits there. Gonna make his way down south. No, just poorly controlled. That could have been saved. Okay, he's saying don't worry about his base. Panzer Force. Cyan won't be able to deploy much else. Let's see what can Cyan deploy out. He has a Sturm Armory, which can deploy out some Stugs. These guys do get camouflage right there. Stu's firing some shots there as well, getting some splash damage. Does lose no Panzer Force. There's too many Stus. He needs that Panther. Where's that Panther? Wait, that's a Tiger tank. I think he may have canceled the Panther. There's double capture in favor of the Axis players at the moment, so they can just play around the BPs for the time being. Tiger tank starts making an advance. What is he has 1 Panzer IV, repaired by a Pioneer. He has a bit of manpower. Maybe a good idea, just like I said, to play out some Stugs.
Our base is under attack.
There goes his HQ. Which of course prevents him deploying out any V1, so his 200 munitions is completely worthless right now. He may need to get out some Pioneers just to repair that up.
I'm not sure which is uglier, Litsky. Your ass or your face?
That was a weird thing to listen at this point in time. Gotta love the battle chatter sometimes. Intersection may make their way forward. More squads right there. The Brits going to the opponent's base. There are 4 Hellcats here. One of them's severely wounded, one of them's partially wounded. Just only the Tiger tank and the Panzer IV to gauge them. It's not actually looking that great for the Axis players. And in the engagement down, potentially down south, well, up north, they're completely gutted. Camp Graphics Center will go down. I don't think he needs to fly out any more Veterancy for the time being. He has Vet 3 support vehicles and Vet 3 tanks. I'm not sure about the infantry at the moment. Let's see. He has Vet 3 Grenadiers and Vet 1 support infantry. So you probably didn't need to worry about that for the time being. He will attack the back of my base without you. The rest of the HQs will be going down. We got a fresh Stug. Blue really has nothing. So he is getting more and more in resources. Once he gets his HQ repaired, he'll be able to bring in a Firestorm and V1 rocket quickly. And now they'll start pushing way forward here. But these Axis players need to make a move. They can't stall out the game. They may have the VPs, but they don't have the field control for it. Shoes going around right there. Magenda's deploying out a Sturm Armor right there and deploying out, what, another Panther? Or a Panther? Just reach 1,000 fuel. And Sturm Armory is complete. Is he going for artillery officer? I'm not sure why you would go for a Sturm Armory at this point in time. AT gun quickly goes down right there. Hellcats not making advance. There's 5 Hellcats. They need that Panther.
Pioneer team ready.
As for needs some repairs. There's these 2 repair bunkers here.
Enemy has 300 points.
So I suppose he should be able to, Science should be able to deploy out some more bunkers for repairs. As far as engineer is, okay. And now this base is being under siege. We got a recon run, which will spot. The reconnaissance aircraft did not get shot down. I don't see any bombing runs. Are you serious? Why would you send all this force here for 1 Pioneer squad? Literally, 1 infantry section is all that's needed.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Okay, he says he can now bring out King Tiger, as well as I know he has a lot of missions as well. Pioneer squad will fall back as well. Pioneer for some odd reason. 4 Stu, 1 Tiger, 1 Panther, 2 Ostwin. Oh, there was a lot of reconnaissance aircraft going over. If he's trying to say he never got the bunker spotted, there was reconnaissance aircrafts in the region. More caches. Now here we go. More Pioneers. And here comes the... Wait, he was able to deploy an assault on the artillery officer? Bombing run does come forward, hits some of those Stus, as was getting hit on the Panther and Tiger, which is actually a bit important. Panther and Tiger needs to say or fight. Stus need to pitch in what damage they can. Maybe go forward for some body blocks to protect the rear armor. But right now, these guys are getting overran. Rolls Rockets in the mix as well. Tiger takes see constant fire. Tiger tank has gone down. Panther severely is down as well. Panzer Force coming to support. Tiger tank needs more manpower. He has almost nothing to some manpower blitz as well. Some of these Hellcats go down to the Stus. Panzer 4 engaged in close range against these Hellcats as well. Ostwin's in the mix. There goes another Hellcat that's still... Oh, these Hellcats are all wounded though. Ostwin's going for some rear armor hits there as well. All the small cats have gone down. All the big cats have gone down. Rolls Rockets pushing way forward as well. Now with the Sherman Fireflies and the Cromwell advancing. And HQ has been rebuilt. Now the King Tiger's avoided now. Volksrainier as well. And another Volksrainier. And now here comes the... whatchamacallit? The V1 rocket strike somewhere.
They are attacking secure.
That was where the V1 was. King Tiger's going to engage the Fireflies. Volksrainier's going to throw some Panzerfaust in the mix as well. Science for capturing multiple sectors, just spreading out the Soul's forces. Does throw a Panzerfaust into the Firefly. Tiger tank and King Tiger are advancing as well.
Cowards attack our forward base. Secured sectors under attack.
And there's a damaged engine crit there onto the Firefly. The Cromwell's receiving hits as well. Firefly will go down to the Panzerfaust, or maybe not. And there we go, now it goes down as well. Tiger tank receiving a bit of fire from the 17-pounder, or maybe not. Over here, Repulse Rifles advancing as well. Stu's advancing, bunkers under siege. Stu's firing some hits there on more of the Hellcats. 2 more Hellcats have been deployed out. Land Fighters pushing way forward as well, and looks like the Brit has backed out of the game. Well, the Brit would have plenty of resources left. Why would the Brit back out? The Brit has over Nearly 1,700 manpower. Why did he back out? Did he lag out? Did he crash? That is 1,700 manpower. You could do a lot of stuff with that stuff. Stu's about seeing quite a bit of hits, and does get forced propaganda war onto one of the airborne troops with the artillery officer. Stu does go down, and now the officer's going to try to stop the capture as well. Point blank range with the Lugas. That's a great. Pioneers probably do a bit better work right there. Tiger Tank's advancing his pits there on the Hellcat.
We are losing a strategic sector.
I'm not sure if the bird actually been replaced by the AI. Maybe it was a bit of a lag spike there. I think he's recovered. Getting these forces reinforced. The British have been playing very poorly, just blobbing those forces and overreacting.
Battalion is down to 200 points.
Hellcat, so big cat and small cat will meet each other. And then maybe their tips are touching, but they won't be doing that. Well, they are penetrating each other. Okay, enough of that. Hellcat's falling on back. We do have the Tiger Tank does not get the kill right there.
Action stations, man.
And looks like the priests are getting tied up a little bit on the terrain as well. Stu's advancing down here. We've got the Panzer IV, fresh Panzer IV right there. And his teammate has actually built a Panzer Command in his teammate's base. Probably a little bit safer for the time being. And a lot of British forces are capturing various sectors. The VPs are currently neutral, 1 each. And now the Tiger Tank is being repaired by the forward repair bunkers. 30 cal does go down. This VP is currently decaptured. The artillery officer is severely wounded. But his veteran C3 should get some nice health regen. But the priests do not stop him from recapturing at this point. And wait, there's a King Tiger. The King Tiger's way over here. It's sort of hard to tell since the diamond it represents is very, very small. And the King Tiger does go down. We do have some more Panzer IVs, however, being built. At this point in time, the Panzer IVs would probably be a better option than, say, the Stus or Ostwinds, because you need to hit both infantry and vehicles at this point in time. Panthers wouldn't be half bad either. I think people use Panthers too much, so I like seeing Panzer IVs. We got the propaganda war being utilized right there as well, forcing back all those forces, allowing them to decapture this point. Getting these double captures that will hand them out quite a bit of times. Right now, the Axis players just gonna play the VP game. Stu and Tiger Tank right here. We've got a fresh Panther to support them as well. And his teammate has gone a nice little squadron of Panzer IVs.
Rally on me, lads. We've got orders coming.
I'm not sure, Captain. That guy's dead. You can't help him. Panthers are pushing their way forward, getting some hits there onto the Hellcat. We got the 2 recoilless rifles here. Vet 2, Vet 3. Up north, we've got the Fireflies pushing forward to this HQ once again. He has rebuilt the Panzer Command, so he doesn't really need to worry about this all too much. And now the Panzer IVs are making their advance. And good hits there on the Panzer IVs. Gets a great hit there on those engineers, annihilating most of them. Just one model remains. This Panzer IV's main gun is destroyed. Does receive a bounce there. Force rifles being a bit of a problem for them. And this Panzer IV will go down. Giving 2 Veterans 3 paratroopers on the high ground. Ostwind, Panther, Panzer Stu, and Tiger Tank. Nice mixed army right there. It's pushing way forward. His teammates' Panzer IVs are backing off for the time being. Let's take a look. Oh, bomber run there. It does take out one of the Panzer IVs. V1's almost off cooldown. Needs a bit more missions, however, for it either way. Hellcat will go down. This one is camouflaged, a bit wounded, but has its gun up and going. And the repairing engineer does reveal him way of where he's at. Hellcat does receive some hits there. PS2 hit the Oswin. Oswin does get destroyed, engine crit as well as main gun destroyed, so it's basically dead. PS2 take out the Oswin.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Nothing going on the pounds at the tank depot at the moment. Pioneer's trying to destroy the observation post.
Territory.
He does spot the field support truck there. Killing is not a priority. Stu firing shots in the infantry, getting a good hit there. He's far away from the firestorm. He's saved the munitions for him. Good is there on the tank depot.
Base is under enemy fire.
It does take out the field support truck now. Flamer engineers actually getting some decent damage there on the field support truck, which will slowly finish it off. Tiger tank is quite wounded. It will need to fall back shortly, but those going to stick around the fight. Main gun destroyed there, and there goes the Tiger tank. Stu firing some shots there. I think the Spy Yards has its upgrades though. No, will deny the usage of more tank depots and takes it out. Alizai now down to 99 tickets.
We're
The
losing territory.
Firefly's backing on off. He has destroyed this HQ, which does deny usage of any more V1s and Firestorm, so it was pretty low munitions, however. And he's going to just go ahead and stream out some more Panzer IVs. I do also got the Tiger tank available. Needs a bit more time for the manpower blitz as well. Has enough munitions for it. Force are gaining some hits there on the paratroopers, but them being inside a trench, it will interrupt their shots hitting the ground in front of them. AT gun is firing away. Got an uncrewed AT gun here as well. They need to start focusing down. Right now they're just full tank spam, honestly. Also receiving a bit of hits there. AT gun receiving hits. The Force rifles pursuing forward as well. Okay, take out the AT gun now. And now the paratroopers are being forced on back. Over here we got the Thresh Tiger tank engaging the Fireflies. Tiger tank's receiving some hits there. We'll need support. A lot of infantry forward, not being supported by an officer, however.
The bunker is ready for action.
Damage engine crit there, so this Firefly's as good as dead. Pioneers advancing, trying to repair up the Tiger tank. There goes that Firefly. Infantry's moving quickly forward as well. There is an officer supporting them. He is running on in. Good hits there on the Pioneers. And he does have the rear frontal armor shown to the Piats. So a lot of bounces there. Firefly trying to go for the rear armor now. And the Tiger tank does go down. Teammates Panzer Force now advancing, trying to hit these infantry forces. Need some good hits there. The Firefly is backing on off. The Firefly is severely wounded, no engine damage. Got two Panthers and Oswin here to help lock down this sector. Down south, we've got an MG bunker and a Flamer Pioneer, singular. And now the Firefly does go down. There's one reason why they're probably not going for snipers to deal with the infantry. They believe that they're facing map hackers, so. And plus the strafing runs can quickly get off the snipers anyways. That's probably one reason why they're not also going for snipers. They simply don't believe they will stay alive. As Force pushes the way forward as well, we've got 3 Piat squads. That's a lot of Piats. He has largely rolled a whole bunch of misses there and a couple bounces. No pens. And now the Panzer forces are getting some great hits on those infantry forces. They're also really not happy.
Pioneers ready for duty. A shot in our side hits the ammo.
Well, the Allies are down to the last 30 tickets. Not a whole lot of tickets remaining.
Our enemy has only 25 points left. We are
And also the bridge player has actually backed out of the game now, and the other player has backed out as well. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Though, now looking at the time, however, I'm probably going to have to call it a night. I tried to stop my streams around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and right now it's 7:56, so it's probably a good stopping point for me the time being. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and have a good evening, and get some good sleep.